All right, Dom has been hunkering down, trying to edit and rewrite his Star Wars story. He got 2 words so far. And next, so maybe
Star
next week,
Wars.
Yeah,
That's it.
or the week after we'll get it. But New York Comic Con's coming up. Dom's gonna be going there. We're gonna play a little fun game with Dom later, kind of like over or under. Is it worth it if you're gonna try to go there? We'll cover a couple things too. I gotta say, I don't know, man. New York doesn't seem to be like the New York it used to be, but we'll go over that later. Wayseeker finally got his crap together, so we'll be reviewing 10 of those books that we trudgingly went through for months trying to dig out to figure out which books we should be looking at. He's currently looking at a live auction on one of them too, so we'll see what's happening there. Dom predicts it's going to be massive losses. Was it massive losses, Dom? What'd you say?
I said a big chunk. It's going to be a huge loss.
Huge loss.
Huge loss.
Big chunk. It right off there. All right. JJ will be coming up by later.
My Guardians beat your Tigers. Condolences.
Oh yeah, dude. We had 1 pitcher and we took you to 5.
Hey, and now we're coming for Dom's team. Now
you're not coming for shit, dude. Hey, hold on. We were predicted to be like second to last in all of NLB, and we took you to game 5 of the ACL series. I'd be fucking worried if I were you. That's embarrassing. Hey, hold on. Hey, that's like the Showtime Lakers going and playing a grade school team and them almost losing to a grade school team. That ain't winning, bro. That is not winning.
You can't handle it, but you lost.
I can.
The Yankees record.
Now we're going for the Yankees.
But the Yankees record to the Tigers. The Tigers have a better record, so I want to play Cleveland. Yankees dominate Cleveland. So
we would have killed the Yankees with our 2 pitchers. We didn't even have. Hey, you literally played a AAA team, and we were 1 inning away from fucking beating you because we had already beat the shit out of you twice. I would not be bragging at that performance.
Actually,
Wayseeker, this is what tells you. This is why people hate people from Ohio, because your logic is just dog shit.
Listen,
your payroll ties ours.
You really want. This is what you want.
People just can't handle
it.
I don't
Yankees,
care. Awful. I love how
the Yankees either playing the Mets or Dodgers in the World Series, which would be a big moneymaker.
If you win, you're only playing one of the 2 teams that's left. So you're
I know. Listen, I'm telling you. Listen, if Judge against Ohtani, that'd be awesome because you have the 2 best players playing against each other, which is awesome. But then if you get the Mets.
Who did you say against Ohtani?
Judge.
Judge is not one of the 2 best players.
Yo, what? 320, 58 homers, 100 and something, 40 something like that. Yo, he led the league in homers and RBI, son.
Dude, somebody got to go check his piss test.
And he almost won the Triple Crown.
The Yankees screwed that up?
Yeah, Yankees wants it to do well because he can sell that card. That's what he really wants. He wants to sell that card.
No, here's the thing, too. We definitely aren't mad because, 40 burger. Hey, Hooker was out there doing what he does today, too. What Wayseeker, I get it. One time the dog shines on your ass every once in a while, but this is your ride's over, okay? So go ahead and try to
tell you what, the highlights to the Cowboys and Lions today. It's the Benny Hill song. Touchdown! Touchdown! Cowboys.
It was like super techno bowl. It's like we had fucking Bo on our team, dude.
Anyway, let's talk Star Wars here. Look, Adorables. Trying to get Boba
Fett. Adorable thing. I started watching you. Are you into this? Okay, there's a Myers. I should have bought some for you because I saw them on clearance. I'll see what I can do. Why are you trying to chase him now like a crack?
No, I just wanted. Actually, you know what? I wanted the Boba Fett because the Boba Fett's very limited. But I actually see these today. I went to Five Below. They had these.
What is that ugly shit?
Why are you buying that? Dumb. Why are you just throwing your money and put it on fire?
What did I do here? I just screwed up, Dom. Hold on, Dom. Let me put you in the front thing. Yeah, why are you throwing money away?
Hey, Adorables, eh? Look, I want to show you something. Shinhadi and Jedi Johnson right there. Goddamn Balin.
How much is this costing you?
Wait, hold on. I didn't open these yet.
You can't open them?
Hey, hold on. We got to say hi to the chat. Well, we'll open that in a minute. You're gonna open that because I want more explanation on that stuff in a minute. Let's say hi. We got way out of control because of fucking dipshit below us. Hey, this is exactly where Ohio sits. Whenever we flush the toilet, flush downhill. All right. Good day for laughs, rants, and the Dark Side Crew. Also, can't wait to hear if NYCC was worth it. It hasn't happened yet, but it doesn't. I'm not spoiler alert. Well, I have a show, guys. We're gonna get into it, Don. We'll get into it. If Wayseeker reports on a solo nubs ongoing, we riot. We riot. I agree, Dwayne Scott.
It's coming. Maybe next week we'll find out at NYCC.
Happy Wookie Fanatic. Good to see you. Happy Sunday, Darksiders. And Dom. Yeah, Dom's here.
I'm here. I'm back.
Woohoo! Smile, Bri J. There you go. We can see the auction in Wayseeker's glass. That's funny. Baseball ended with the Brewers. Yeah. I hate to agree with Dom. Judge is one of the best hitters. He didn't say one of the best hitters. He said the second best player in all of baseball. There's a big difference between what he said and what
who's the best. Let's put it this way. He put up friggin' Ruthian to friggin' goddamn Mantle numbers, man. That's the thing. That's the crazy thing. But
no, first off, Ohtani's way better than any of them. Let's get that.
Yeah, he's also got a right field porch that's like 315.
Who? Like Judd?
Yeah.
He plays in a short porch.
New York is like doesn't count.
Yeah, he does play a short porch.
He's still a right. If he was a left-handed hitter, forget about it.
Bro, come on, man. I mean, there's high school walls that are deeper than fucking the outfield for the Yankees. So
it is.
Well, Deadly Venoms, thank you, sir.
What did he say?
Another four Deadly Venoms. What's up, fellas?
Oh, nah. Do not salute Dom. What's up, fellas? Do not salute Dom. He doesn't know what he's talking about most times. Red Dawn 2, where the state of Michigan invades Ohio. Hey, remember, we've already fleeced Ohio for the best deal of all time. We gave them that dump that is Toledo for the entire UP, which was full of minerals and has made us millions of pounds, billions of dollars. So we're always winning. Who's a better hitter? That's not what he said. No, that's not what he said. He didn't say best. He didn't say best hitter. He said he's the best player in all of MLB. There's a difference between the two of those. And I don't know, like, hey, are we going to pull up his stats at home compared to his stats on the road? Because I'm willing to bet that there's a big variance between the two.
But there is a big variance. He actually had a freaking phenomenal season this year. Actually, was better than his 62 home run season. But unfortunately, he could have become the first player to hit 60 homers twice in his career. He could have been a Triple Crown winner since Mickey Mantle, but the Yankees screwed that up. I say the Yankees screwed up because they sat him.
Screw it up. He didn't have a batting average to get that high.
Dude, he was third. He was in second place.
I understand that, but it wasn't. He was
behind. He was 5-6 points behind. He was like Bobby Witt. He could have got it.
Somebody else was ahead of him. You have to do it yourself. You can't. How is he on the Yankees that he didn't get the best average? That makes no sense. It's on you to not get the best average. They sat him
the first game, and then he played a pitcher he never played against. Struck out 5 times. What do you want?
You want him to not play a game?
Play all the games.
But you said he played somebody he never played against.
No, he played the game. They sat him. That's the first game against the Pirates. The last 3 games of the season, he should have played. He would have had a better shot.
He played a fucking shit ton of games.
He's a top 5 player. No question.
Played 168.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What the fuck are you talking about? He paid. Did anybody play more games than him this season? That's a shit ton of games, man.
Dom does. I don't know what he's saying. No idea.
If he would have played the other games, he could have got the batting average to goddamn beat friggin' Bobby Witt Jr.
Hey, I'll give you this. He did play a couple more games away, but his away stats are actually better than his home stats. Kind of. He didn't.
You know what happened? He had a slump, a 16-game slump where he didn't home run. That's kind of screwed him up too. So kind of.
Yeah, he had a bad start.
Yeah, no, he had actually a good start. He had a bad month. One of the months, like towards the end, like in August, he had a bad August, and that's what kind of messed him up. But
he looked awful. He looked awful against the Royals. Let's put it that way.
He's still.
If he plays that way against the Guardians, you ain't winning.
Let me tell you something.
Guardians suck. All right, let's go. Get into news. We can yell about it more later
in the playoffs against the team. Yeah, he does.
All right,
let's go.
News. All right, let's go. All right. Got news this week. Ahsoka Season 2 set to begin filming next spring. So that means we're probably coming out not too long after the movie. So it may release for the movie. This thing's coming out, I would say, second half sometime, late in mid-fall, somewhere in that range. So I know you've been waiting for this thing. You're upset, Dom, about the schedules.
Yeah, dude,
we're getting one show a year, and this is our show for next year.
Well, you know what? Listen, it's the one show we're going to get next year. No animated shows they talked about, no nothing, man. So
you don't know that.
Whoa.
Celebrations when we're going to get that news, Dom.
Oh, yeah. They got to roll something out in Celebration. It ain't this.
No. We'll get lots of news in Celebration.
Listen, Bob Iger got scared because of all the freaking trash against the Acolyte, which really sucks. That it kind of made him.
He did not get scared because of that. He got scared because they ain't making any money on Disney.
Dom, hold on. Time out. Let's stop rewriting history. You are right. There was a lot of BS that was manufactured and made up about Acolyte, right? You've said that. You're 100% right on that. Also, something that you've ignored is that there was never a season 2 even written for Acolyte. But if you actually hold on now, before Acolyte even came out, 6 months before Acolyte even came out, Bob Iger had said, we are moving away at the beginning of the year, January 1st, when they did their quarterly update at the end of last year, beginning of this year, in the beginning of January. He had said, we are moving away on streaming services for Disney and including Star Wars to reduce the amount of shows that we are doing. We are going with Star Wars in a big screen picture thing where we are going to revitalize the 3-movie system. So he says that, and then all of a sudden we get here and they're like, yeah, dude, it's going to be filming. And oh yeah. So how did he get, like, that's before the Acolyte. He said that they're doing exactly what he said. So how you get what I'm saying here? Sometimes you tell only partial truths. You're right. There was hate towards the Acolyte, but that's not what happened. He said this 6 months before. This is their new plan. And it's not that they're not going to give us animation. Live action, they're going to give us 3 movies over, what was it, the next 12, something like that? They're going to try 3 or is it
3 movies in 18 months is what they said.
Okay.
2 movies, I don't think that's going to happen.
They're fucking idiots. That's not happening.
Two movies in 26 they're saying, and 1 in 27. That's dumb.
Okay.
Stupid.
Yeah, Dwayne. Yes, definitely. We need further.
Yes, that is.
You know how much
Young Jedi.
They don't lose money on that show. I can tell you that much.
Yo, Ollie's $2.
It's not about that.
Come on,
merchandise. Yeah, if you can't merchandise it, you can't. Yeah.
They make Wayseeker.
Hey, Wayseeker. I'll be honest with you. Hey, you can say what you want, but with the kids stuff and when it's cheap, it's meant to merchandise stuff, and you can be the biggest Nubs fan all you want. It has been a commercial failure as far as merchandising.
I'll be honest. Toys across the board it's been a failure. No one's buying toys anymore, especially kids. Like I said, it's the adult collectors that are complaining about the toys that we're getting. But at the same time,
tell my kids that they're not buying fucking toys anymore.
But I'm just saying that the fact when it comes down to Black Series figures.
All that stuff.
It's really, it's just one of those things where all around the board, toys aren't what they used to be. So that's.
It's weird that kids will buy. This is what's interesting. Kids will buy. They'll buy wrestling figures, right? Which are the same sizes as Black Series. They'll actually even buy the Marvel, the Marvel 6-inch figure, right? Actually, they prefer that one. But when it comes to anything else, DC, fucking Star Wars, anything else, they're like, yeah, go fuck yourself. We're not doing that. It's the weirdest shit. It is the weirdest shit.
Look, I'll be honest with you. The vintage stuff will always sell. There'll always be a value to the vintage stuff. The newest shit, you'll never make money off of anything because the newest stuff is mass produced and nobody wants it. And
that's not true, Darth. That's not true, Ruben.
And the prices make it hard.
What? No, for what? For what prices?
I mean,
hold on. The prices on what make it hard?
The figures, $30 for a fucking action figure. Come on, man.
Dude, parents, they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit.
They don't care. But we do as a parent or an adult that actually says the stuff that used to be $2. Dude, when you see graded toys that are from the vintage line, it has two for $1 back in the day.
Yeah, bro, 2 for $1 back in the day when you were making fucking $1.20 a fucking hour. Yeah, bro. Yeah. But we're not making $1.20.
No,
gas ain't fucking 10 cents. That shit ain't, like, what are we doing here? I mean, proportionately, yeah, it's a little bit more expensive than it used to be. But fuck, man, the flag was $100 in 1984. You know how fucking expensive that is? That's the equivalent of being what, like $650 now? Get out of here, dude. Toys aren't that much more expensive. Like, they aren't. And by the way, as a parent, and somebody who hates these fucking shitty parents that go into debt over buying their kids stuff, they're paying dude, I can't imagine how many video games for $70 they're buying their kids, because my kids have the least amount of video games. And if it wasn't for me having so many friends and toys, my kids wouldn't have half the shit they do. But these parents never buy it. Dude, I have told at least 100 parents over the last 5 years, hey, go to the stores on these days. It's clearance. You can get all your Legos on clearance. You can get all your toys on clearance. You can do all your Christmas shopping these days. You can do it here. You just throw a couple tubs together. They never do it. But guess what? The day before Christmas, they're out there paying full price for shit.
Exactly.
So,
look, I'm telling you something. I thank God for Ollie's. I thank God for these discount stores because of what they sell toys for. The prices that toys should be. You know, and at the end of the day, like we went to Five Below, me and my wife, and that's how I got these doorables. Wait, Five Below, we went there. Yeah. Some kid got a $5 car, and he was happy. He was ecstatic, happy, jumping up and down that he was so grateful that he got a $5 car. I'm like, you don't see that really anymore.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. They just don't care how much it costs.
Four Deadly Venom. In the 90s, the early 90s, when I first got my first job, they paid $3.75. That's what the minimum wage was. $3.75. So I'm saying 10 years before that, that's not what the minimum wage was. It just wasn't. It was way cheaper than that. So maybe $1.20 is a little bit of exaggeration, but it's not that much more than exaggeration, bro. No, all right? It just isn't.
You're right. Look, with inflation, things go up, and I understand that.
$2.30 in 1977.
$2.30. I'm sorry, $2.30, bro. Call me out.
At the end
You're
of
right.
the day,
exaggeration.
At the end of the day, toys are fucking expensive. People rather buy some food than buying toys.
But toys are always been expensive, dude.
Yeah, I know.
$2.30 an hour.
I think of like some of those toys that you got as a kid that you shown pictures of. Those were like $100 back in the day.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you say that, I'm like, we were broke. We didn't get any of those because we didn't have money. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Those toys were expensive as shit. We never got a Transformer. You want to know why? Because Transformers were like $15 to $20.
My mother
I'm getting one of those. My
mother used to hawk her jewelry every year for Christmas.
I get that. And I hate to say it, but you probably should have, because
we had everything. And now look at you. Everything. And that's the crazy thing. So they used to do that, you know, because my mom and dad
were expensive.
But they don't do that because it's cheap, Dom. But they don't. Your mom didn't do that because it was cheap.
It was $100 then, which is like $650 now.
That's what I'm saying.
You see, like the play sets, like the HasLab. Yo, you're paying all that money for a fucking HasLab. Yo, mass produce that. Put that shit in the store for $50. They won't. They won't. It's like $350.
Dwayne, hold on. Dwayne, how old are your kids? Because I'll tell you this ain't true either. I mean, Skynet may be taking over some kids, but like, bro, come to the compound sometime. Dwayne, come up to Michigan. I'll drive you through the compound. You tell me these two fucking heathens that raised this house, they got stories going on everywhere. There's fucking Barbies getting eaten by fucking big T-Rex Jurassic Park animals, and then a pony, and then Shira's riding in on a fucking pony to save him and shit. There's like they're scaling Barbie's castle and shit like that. So don't tell me kids don't have imaginations anymore. And the boy, he's already drawing comic books. I mean, like, there's imagination out there. I get it. There is, and I'm not saying you're wrong, that there is some just heathenish ass parents that just give their kids a fucking tablet and say, or their phone all the fucking time. I get that. That is out there too. But that shit was always there. You know, your fucking friend that had every video game you growing up and they never got out of the house and they just walked around in briefs all days, picking their fucking nose and eating fucking Hot Pockets out of their fucking belly button.
That's the problem with BK right there.
That's what
happened.
Come on.
Look, you see, look.
I mean,
friggin' $5 to open up a pack of these friggin' doorables to get goddamn Jar Jar Binks. Come on, man.
Yeah, you wasted $5, Dom.
But it's the fun.
It was $5. But see, that's what. See, all the complaints
make this argument when you spend $5 on that stupid mystery Jar Jar Binks.
This shit's in freaking in goddamn.
We have to have a session with Dom.
Five below.
But Dom, you cannot say shit's so expensive, and then you literally buy garbage.
Yeah, they're for you. Grant
No, I don't want $5. I don't want to. Dude, by the way, I just saw those on clearance at Myers for $1, and you paid $5 for them.
A quarter. If it was in one of those quarter
That's
machines,
why you see. I wish
a quarter.
Kids have the best imaginations. Damn, if I had YouTube when I was growing up, we had YouTube.
You would be completely gone. You would have.
Oh my God, I would be rich. I would be rich. My imagination, my freaking imagination is my imagination now is fucking wild. Just imagine as a kid. So,
how's that Star Wars story coming, Mr. Imagination?
I got the Star Wars story. I'm still writing it. I've been very busy, man. We have, outside the quantum. It's freaking nuts. It's nuts.
Hold on. Don't mess around with shit if you don't know what you're doing. All right. I'm gonna try and give it an intervention of like being spoiled as a kid. And I don't know.
I'm excited for this one. We got an announcement this week that for the 10th anniversary of Marvel getting Star Wars back and rebooting everything, we're gonna get a one-shot comic, and it's gonna feature the mainline writers for the Star Wars. So we're gonna get a story by Gillen, a story by Soule, and a story by Aaron. I'm excited about the Aaron story. I'm excited about the Gillen story. The Soule story sounds like a train wreck. But Aaron is going to give us a story about what happened to the Scar Squadron. We've been asking that question forever.
Have we?
We're going to get a comic.
Who's been asking that question forever?
Dom and others. They love that. Since Bad Batch came out, they're like, why can't we have the Scar Squadron? What happened to them?
Hey, listen.
Dom and others. Okay.
Well. I'll tell you what. All kidding aside, I'm actually excited. I'm actually excited for the Bad Batch comic book coming out for fucking goddamn Dark Horse. I'm actually excited for that.
Are you excited about Scar Squadron? Figuring out what happened to him?
Yeah, I want to see what happened to him. Hey, listen, they got to be. Listen, this is the thing. If they connect the comics more to the fucking mainstream stuff, I would definitely be happy. There's so much of a disconnect between the comics and the goddamn and the shows and the movies.
When we cover the comics this week, you know what? We're going to talk about that.
I know.
We're going to talk about that. You got a point, Dom. You have a point, Dom. I was reading those comics this week, and there's one where I was like, "Holy shit! Why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do this?"
Yep, and that's the problem. I don't know who's. Well, we know whose call it is at Lucasfilm. There has to be some kind of.
Actually, you don't know whose call it is.
We don't know, but I'm just saying. But you need somebody that can freaking bridge the gap between everything, and we could have something cohesive. But
I will tell you that. Yeah, I'm 100% with Dom on that. I think it's very disappointing because we were sold a little bit of bill of goods, and this isn't a KK bill of goods because I know that's who he's referencing. But the Luminaries, actually, one asshole in here, Soule, like they sold us a bill of goods, and he was the lead of that. What they were supposed to do, and they never did it. You could say what you want about the Acolyte being a fucking whatever, a story, but it wasn't. It's not. That thing is so. There's nothing in there that pieces it to the main line for the High Republic. But there's stuff they could have done, including a book that came out this week. And if you did this, instead of writing it as a book, it could include and introduce characters, and it could have been a payoff. And I agree with Dom. I have to agree 100% with him. He's right, man. Start making the stuff count a little bit. Do storylines of somebody that we're not getting to see on TV, that we saw live action, we saw in the cartoon. Give us their side stories.
And you know what? I haven't spoken to you. Well, Marco, I speak to you here and there, but I haven't been on the show. But when I ran into Ethan Sachs in Baltimore, Ethan Sachs, War of the Bounty Hunters, the freaking Bounty Hunter comics and that.
Django, all that stuff.
Yeah, Django. And he told me a few things about the connection, this and that. There's certain characters, like maybe he told me certain characters they can't use. I'm like, why can't they use Prince Sizor? He goes, there's the things that are holding for Prince Sizor to be in the comic because it's the character is owned by another person. It's like Grand Admiral Thrawn with friggin' yeah. So
I see what you're saying.
It's a whole bunch of different things, and he's like, I'm with you. The connection between War of the Bounty Hunters and the Book of Boba Fett, they were supposed to be more of a cohesive connection, but of certain limitations. And I'm like,
right, I know, but that's what Soule, like, go back to like 4 years ago when Soule did the whole thing and they're shooting them in that fucking scene and they're that house. You know, remember that? They're over in England or some bullshit. And he's like, oh yeah, don't worry about it because we got this whole, it's not just one piece. It's not just the comics and the books. It's not 2 pieces, not 3. It's full circle, 360. We're gonna give you the TV shows and the vision for this, and it's a shared property where we're not gonna have this isolationist anymore, where the books own this, or the comics own this, or the movies own this. We're gonna have it, and guess what?
We didn't get it. It is the truth. You know, all right, listen.
You ain't wrong.
Look,
and no, by the way, I don't want to see any of this shit. Bring me new writers, Wayseeker.
I think this is fine as a way. I'm excited for Gillen to go back and tell us an Afro Invader story.
No, I want a break. Give us a break from this, because and by the way, we'll talk about this week's comics, but they're doing what we've been asking for in this week's comics, and it's paying off.
Look, I'm actually happy they're bringing Afro back. You know, hopefully we get another story down the road. You know, that they're putting her back with the droids and Cardassian, you know, what she meant to be with. And, you know, some of the stories, and they're bringing Valens back. I like that. But I want a little bit more connection.
Yeah, but you know what Soul's dumbass is doing? You see what Soul's doing, too? Soul's bringing back that bullshit fucking Sith guy that nobody gave a shit about. Yeah.
Yep. Well, we'll see.
I mean, Soul's just putting everybody together. He says he's going to be Tarkin and Vader and Afra and Thanos and Mormon
that's
and
your guy Thanos. He built your girl Thanos for you so that she could be a train wreck of shit.
He had nothing to do with Santa. I don't know why he's taking these characters. He's never written Santa. He's never written Afra.
They're gonna have Santa
and he's writing this stuff.
And Nubs.
Kind of a Afra, but not
let him write Nubs. All right, get over here.
I'm excited for this one because I want to know Aaron and Gil and stuff. But I think
you know what, we've had a break from Aaron. He's been. I wouldn't mind seeing Aaron coming back and doing some stuff. I don't have a problem with that, especially if he's going to write his characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
let him write his characters.
A good run overall.
I want to see what the overall look on the comics.
Yeah, that's why she did disappear, so people don't know about it.
On the landscape of comics moving until next year. I want to see what their plan is and what they have.
Oh, guess what? There's a panel in New York. There's a panel in New York. You can go see them.
We're going to be all about it next week. That's the main focus of the show. All right. This game I played back on the Dreamcast. I don't know if anybody else played it.
Yes, Dreamcast. Yep.
I bet you wish
Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles. It's going to be released in January. It's going to introduce a bunch of new characters as well. This game was actually kind of fun. I like this game.
I played
back
this game
in the day. So I'll pick this one up for $20 probably but I'll wait till it goes on sale for 10. It'll go on sale for $10, but I'll pick it up
quickly too.
Yeah.
It'd be an olive.
Why not? You got that one? Elon Musk, though, is creating a droid that was inspired by C-3PO, which can shop for your groceries, can walk your dog, or can be your best friend, according to Elon Musk.
Okay, so what is
$30,000.
What defects first? I love Elon Musk because he creates shit that just breaks all the time, dude. Remember that time he's like, hey, I got these bulletproof windows. They threw a rocket and this shit shatters.
Now, I'll tell you this, man. I can see
how many people are going to die.
The negativity on this happening in a heartbeat. It go horribly wrong. You have this in your house.
This is such a bad idea.
Have it in your house. You turn around and stab you to death because it malfunctions. It goes after you.
It's going to chop carrots and chops your dick right off. This thing is, dude, it's a disaster. Has that dude created one thing that is, dude, he created a car that fucking rusts with sun, bro. Rust with sun. The sun hits it, it rusts. What the fuck is that? What do you think's going to happen with the fucking robot? That robot's going to fucking kill. All of a sudden you get home. You know how they used to make derogatory marks for certain people cooking chicken or cooking cats and serving you it in food. This is it. You're going to get. I'm all for this thing. No, I hope all people with pets get this.
If you got a $30,000 robot to walk your dog.
That thing's not going to be $30,000 when it comes out.
Skynet waiting to happen. Skynet is happening.
It costs 40.
It is. Oh, bro, it is. I'm ready.
Everything he makes costs more than projected.
I'm ready.
It's going to be $40,000.
Yeah, dude. Bro, hey, For Deadly Venom, how funny was that thing? Dude, how funny was that when they got on that stage and they went to go throw that fucking thing through the window? He's like, here, go ahead, throw a rock through a window. It won't bust it. It's bulletproof, blah, blah, blah. Bush shatters. He's like, dude, the car he made, that little Cybertruck, they test drive one of it. They're like, yes, it could go into the snow. It got stuck in the snow, had to get pulled out. They didn't decide to pull it after that. It then rusted. And then they had to recall all of them because guess what? The gas pedal got stuck. It was killing people. Dude, I'm telling you, these robots, I hope people buy these robots Because if you're dumb enough to buy these, you deserve this robot to stab you to fucking death.
Die.
Yes.
Did
yes.
you make it look like C-3PO too? Like that's not inspired by C-3PO. That's just a robot.
I don't know.
No, you have
C-3PO doesn't cook you dinner or walk your dog.
You buy one of these and you reconstruct it, make it a battle droid. Roger.
Yeah. No, hey, what was it? The one that I like, the one that's got the arm cut off, that's got a knife on it, Mr. Bones. Let's rewrite this. You should have rewrite this. It's an Elon Musk created droid inspired by Mr. Bones.
I like Mr. Bones. That's actually a good show.
Bro, I'll tell you this. So I went to a fucking warehouse, and I'm not going to tell you which big box warehouse I went to, but I went to one of them. I almost got into it. So they got these things now that will clean the aisle lanes, right? And they just beep around. Here's the problem. You got these big carts. You got
No one's driving them.
Nobody's driving them. But you'll go down a lane. All of a sudden, the fucking thing will turn down your lane, and there's nowhere to go. Like you can't go no fucking where.
I see this.
No, fuck no. I took the thing and started slamming it into the fucking thing. I picked it back up in the fucking thing and threw it out of that stupid ass. And he goes, I'm like, the guy's like, what? And I go, huh? He's like, you can't, sir. You can't. I go, I'm not getting stuck. I go, I'm claustrophobic. I'm not getting stuck in this fucking lane. So I pick the machine up. I'm just fucking throwing it. I kicked because I stuck. It's got like the rolls.
Marco in the news.
Kick the fucking roll thing. No, what are we gonna do?
He goes, in the crazy stories, the story of the day, a Detroit resident freaking destroyed one of the Zamboni's.
No, but I got stuck. Like, do you know what I'm saying though? They like you'll get stuck.
You can't go anywhere.
You can't go anywhere. You're stuck. And the thing just keeps going, bam, bam, bam. What do? You pick that bitch up.
I see one of those. Like, it's the new thing. They got it out. So apparently, near my job, got Morgan Stanley across the street from my job, and they clean the street. They have the sidewalk there. They have one of those damn things going back and forth by itself. So it's like, you know what?
What's that?
But this is cool.
We are. I mean, they never work well. They do. I hope. Please, if you're thinking it's a good idea, please be the test subjects on those.
This is way cooler. Star Wars fan built his own AT-AT that he could ride around town.
First off, what type of ghetto ass place is he where he built fucking chicken coops in the back of a non-used tennis court? Do you see that?
Yeah, that's Tennessee, doesn't?
Oh, bro, yeah, this is some wild shit.
You would totally go through a parade of this thing, though.
I would. I'd buy this property too with the tennis court and a chicken coop next to it. How do you know this isn't me? This actually is some shit. Dude. Yeah, this is all the type of Billy ass shit I do. So yes.
That's actually fun. But you know what? You got to be creative. I'll be honest with you. He sat there, had nothing to do with his life. He just built one of these, and that was it.
The rain boots, yeah, the rain boots are a little bit fucking sus, but yeah, dude, this is kind of cool, man. I like this thing, dude. Hell yeah!
Like, hey, this guy built this.
Way cooler than Elon Musk's.
Oh, you know what he should have done though? He should in the middle have like a potato gun cannon, and then he could put like candy in it and go to parades and just blast out.
Oh, that'd be awesome,
cool. Dude. That'd be so fucking awesome.
See, he actually built this, and I'm still waiting to build my damn slave one.
Yeah, you can get it done.
All right. You know, but we took a couple months ago. We talked about how the UK was doing an environmental study on Star Wars. They spent $250,000 on. Remember that story?
Yep.
Yeah, the people over the pond were not happy about it. So they found out the key finding. It takes one tree 33 years to capture the emissions necessary to make R2-D2. That was the finding for $250,000.
Jesus.
That's what they found out. They spent more money on the study and the emissions. That's the key finding.
How much were the emissions for them to do this fucking study?
I know, right? It had to be way more than that. Way more than the tree.
It had to be way more than this. What are you? Hey, I mean, look, you know, I've gotten the letters from the UK people saying back up a little bit because that is a lot of the fan base of this show, and I will give it to them. But this is where you want to know why we threw tea into the fucking lake. This is it. This is some tea in the lake type shit, bro. Like,
this is bad. This is bad.
$250 for environmental site. They probably fucking used more. They had to cook through more emissions just to fucking put the report together than this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You think about all the people coming together, driving there, lights on, running all the computers, no doubt. So that's what they spent.
Wait a minute. Plus, hold on.
$50,000 on.
How do they know that for sure? Most of this stuff was like built and like thrown together.
I don't know. They spent months doing the study, so they had to come up with something.
It takes one tree 33 years to capture the emissions.
I could just listen. If it took one tree 33 years to capture this, what about how many trees did it take to make the Ewok village?
Well, it only took 30. Well, they had 33 trees there, so that took only one. And then you would erase the emissions in 1 year. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right, plant some trees. I don't know what the fuck.
You UK people, you go waste your money.
You know what? Listen, hey,
all you want.
They love Star Wars in UK, man. They love Star Wars in UK, which is really great.
So this is the hot item upcoming for auction in the UK as well. The Stormtrooper helmet. Not any Stormtrooper helmet.
Artrell, no doubt.
But the Stormtrooper helmet from A New Hope that Obi-Wan said, move along. Mind trick. That helmet right here is supposed to sell for $700,000.
First off, stop stealing our shit, UK. Stop stealing our shit. I've warned you about this before. Stop stealing our shit. We own Star Wars. You don't. You're just visiting. Stop stealing our shit and trying to sell it.
UK.
We're coming for you.
You believe that they know which helmet this is?
Hey,
no.
They could just say it's a helmet from.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's always a gimmick with these people.
It's probably not right. It's probably authentic inside. They have something inside the helmet.
But you don't know which one.
Yeah, but who knows? But you don't know because Luke could have picked it up actually and just put it on his head. You think these things weren't universal, bro? You know how it is. You were Vinny the Rod. Every once in a while, you just got to pick something up on set because you didn't have it and you throw it on your head.
This is ridiculous. It's not that Stormtrooper.
Yeah, right here. Hashtag UK sticky figures. UK sticky figures. All of a sudden, all this stuff keeps popping up over there, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. There's no way. There's no way.
It could be the one that Gary wore. Yeah.
Gary.
Go ahead. Spend your $700,000 to buy this.
Look at this dude going, and some fuckstick is going to be spending a lot on this, huh, mate? It's like, get the fuck out of here.
All right, we got Celebration badge art reveal. So I know Marco's going to be there. So I wanted to see which.
So what do I just get to choose which one I want, or
you get to choose which badge art you want?
But these are not all.
There's going to be more coming out.
Well, we got like 4. We're getting 4 badges. So
yeah. Hey, listen, Marco, if there's a Boba Fett, if you don't mind, I'll pay you heavily.
This trip's costing me about $26,000, right?
I know.
I mean, that's what I've already spent.
I like
going out there yet.
I like the Vader.
I
think it's cool.
The Mando, I like the Mando. The Mando looks pretty cool. I like the Mando.
Yeah, I mean, my kids are probably gonna pick out what the fuck they want, and then I'm gonna lose all the badges.
We got 2 more. Got Luke and Ahsoka that have been released before.
I actually don't like Ahsoka, but I like Luca. I like
Luke's
Luca.
pretty good, right?
Yeah, I think so.
He kind of looks like Vader. Look, the black.
Bro, you think fucking flights are cheap? Flights ain't cheap. And I'm not taking a 13-hour. First off, hold on. Yeah, okay, yeah, these are dope. I'm not sure I like the Ahsoka. Here's the deal, okay? You could do it cheaper, but there's 2 things I'm not fucking doing. One, I'm not flying to Japan in a 13-hour trip in what's that called? Coach? I'm not flying it in coach with 2 kids and a wife. Not doing it. Number 2, I'm not flying direct. If it's taking more than 13 hours, I'm not doing that either. So yes, those are pricey. Then actually, like to book hotels in Japan for families, they're not meant for that. They're meant for like 2 people. Shit, the hotels are very expensive for.
Yep. And especially with an event like that, Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah.
Well, listen. I tell you what, Marco, you're gonna probably hear first when 2027's celebration is going to be in the United States. I got to book tickets ASAP when that happens. Because I'm going.
Only you can't because they don't go on sale.
They don't go on sale for another year.
It goes on sale right after this. It goes on sale.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
The tickets, the registration.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Because remember, I did it in the middle of the night that one day. It was like,
yeah, it doesn't. It's like 6 to 8 months later.
These are cool though. These are some of the. I don't know
if it's that long, but it's
it's quick.
So I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. These are dope, and I'm glad they're doing them because the old ones just used to say fucking celebration on them, and they were lame. They were like, the celebration logo.
Yeah,
that's what they were. These are cool as shit. So
I like these, and I hope you're gonna probably see the other ones that come out. There's got to be.
Yeah, dude. I don't like Ahsoka on that. I got you, Archo. Me and you sing. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, there'll be more. There'll be. We'll bring them out whenever they release them.
These are dope.
First wave. So,
hey, if I can get away with it, you know me, I'll loot some of these too. I'll just start looting them off people.
Yeah.
You know, they don't really got guns and shit in Japan, so what are they going to do about it?
All right. An Orlando mansion sold this week for just under $16 million. It had themed rooms all throughout the house, including Star Wars rooms, Frozen rooms, and Finding Nemo rooms.
That's wild.
This was one of the Star Wars rooms. Would you want this in your house?
Oh no! It's like it's like the entrance one, like these.
Yes, the badge that you wear.
Yeah, like this, like how you got these badges. It's the like badge to get in.
Yeah.
So the first house I ever bought, an artist originally lived there, and there was I almost said mirage. Yeah, thank you. Mural. They did a mural of like killer whales across the whole basement level for fucking whales and shit, like in the sea and everything else. We kept it up. Then we sold it to some fucking terrible people. They're like, "Oh man, that's so stupid. We're gonna cover that." I go, "Dude, you guys don't know what you're talking about. Somebody like hand painted that. You should never cover that up. It's the greatest thing of all time."
You like cut out the drywall or something.
I was thinking about it after that. I was like, damn, dude, I should just take except for the walls there. Like, I think they were only like 7 feet walls down there, and I got
this reminds me, you know what this reminds me of? There was another one for like a little bit over $1 million. A guy had a whole Star Wars thing with all the big busts, like the Star Wars bust.
Yeah.
Open up, you go inside the movie theater. Yeah. See,
yeah.
It's nice to have money like that, man. You can do whatever you want.
I know. This is Ruben.
If you didn't waste money on all those fucking Funkos behind you, you might have had a little bit of this too.
Are those $5 mystery pieces of trash?
Hey, listen, I need some freaking excitement in my life.
Hey, it's better than
that's my excitement in your life.
Star Wars
got issues.
It's better than him at smoking cigarettes or something.
My thing is, are they all? Is this an actual picture of it? I imagine
this is an actual picture of one of the rooms in the house. Yeah, I saw the other rooms.
They all theater rooms?
Frozen. Yeah.
Are they all theater rooms?
That's kind of weird.
No, some are bedrooms.
Oh, okay.
Some are,
that makes a little more sense.
I was like, why is it like a bootleg? It's kind of a bootleg theater movie that looks like only a 52-inch screen TV, like 6 seats.
Did you
spend some money on your fucking?
Huh? Did you see that freaking $3 million TV screen or whatever that came up? That it comes up and it opened up. It was at one of the biggest screens. They just showed it. That's the type of screen you show Star Wars on. Yeah, and a huge. You got I don't know, man.
I had $16. I built a projector into the Death Star.
Understand, but hey.
But this is awesome, though. I really admire people when they do shit like this. This is awesome, man. To have a room dedicated, that's awesome, man.
How many rooms do you figure are going to get just annihilated? I don't know.
I know, right? All right, this one's not going to make JJ happy. But we got a new book this week, Secrets of the Clone Troopers. We found out
this is stupid.
More details about Rex. This is Rex officially in canon.
Yo, we said that a long time
ago. So it does look like the character from the movie. They seem like they're going down that train wreck where they're going to recon that character from the movie played by what's his name, Nick something or other.
I don't think anybody's surprised.
That looks a lot like that character. They also said that he survived after it. He survived the Battle of Endor and he kept fighting, kept doing stuff with the New Rebellion. You might get old man Rex.
You got a freaking walker in a walker, not a freaking goddamn Imperial walker, but a walker.
So Rex never dies ever.
So are we to believe that they? How the hell does the aging work? I don't know.
Yeah, so clones never die. They get to be grandpas.
They get old.
There you go.
They age rapidly until like age 20, and then they age normal, or what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. How does it work? I don't know.
They get up to about the age of 65, and then they don't ever age after 65.
They turn into a vampire, and they just sit there and that's not a good move, bro.
No, this is dumb. They also gave a lot of details about his involvement in the Clone Rebellion. So I guess that he was involved between Bad Batch and Rebels in the Clone Rebellion.
See, that's what everybody keeps talking about. That would be a good cartoon if they did
that.
No,
nobody wants that cartoon except for you. We don't need more clones.
I know, but the
clones kind of assumed that given Bad Batch, right? That he was part of the Clone Rebellion.
Bad Batch is still alive.
Hold on. Dom isn't wrong, but he isn't right. I don't think Dom's saying. Let me help you out here, Dom. Dom's not saying that he wants a whole cartoon, as in 12 to 16 part series. What Dom's saying is much like Clone Wars, where you had like 2 to 3 dedicated episodes to a certain storyline, that
Yes.
Dom would like to see that and that.
I'm fine with that. Just don't give me a whole show on the Clone Rebellion.
That's what I want. I want Clone
Don't you
Wars
try to
back
throw
to
under the bus for your bullshit. Come on.
Thank you, Marco. Yes, thank you for clearing it up.
No problem. What I do.
All right. Anyway, we do not need to see Old Man
story
Rex either.
point. But what other clone story can you tell though at this point? If not that, between because I mean, do we really want to see him when he's like 70 years old fighting in the Battle of Endor? I don't know that I want to see that.
Well, I don't think so. I think you have much more flashbacks. He'll tell you more stories sitting back. I don't know.
Just wait till he shows up in The Mandalorian.
It sounds like he might show Ahsoka season 2 at this rate.
He might.
Oh.
You're gonna
88.
Ahsoka be like this. I know somebody, and it goes right to the person. It's
it gets calls and he pops up on the thing. Yeah.
All right, this week we got another book coming out. Mace Windu's Glass Abyss comes out on Tuesday. Marco's got to actually learn how to read again, so I don't know when we'll have time. Marco will have time to actually read, but when he does, we'll review this one.
The last couple times you've made me read like 400-page books in like 6 hours, and I've completed every single one. I am not doing this. I actually want to enjoy this book.
Longer too. This is an adult novel, I think.
Yeah, we'll probably get a couple weeks for this one, buddy. Okay, not all of us have all fucking day not to do anything. Okay, some of us have to go make that. This shit right here doesn't grow on trees. You got to go out there. You got to work on it.
This time,
I have no idea. I feel like they're intentionally not releasing audiobooks right now. I don't know what the deal is, because there's like a month later that they're doing audiobooks. So I don't know.
It's all right, JJ. If you still have extra audiobook stuff, I need some help. I need a couple books that I need for coaching and stuff. That
let me know.
Just help. I appreciate it.
So this book is about Mace Windu finishing Qui-Gon's final mission after Qui-Gon died. So
what was Qui-Gon's final mission?
I don't know. They don't know it yet. So we're gonna find out.
Final mission.
That's not what I want. I want fucking Mace, fucking bad motherfucker.
How is Phantom Menace not his final mission? He died.
Yeah, he dies.
I guess he was supposed to be on some mission and he got sidetracked with. Yeah. So
like a big sidetrack.
I don't think this is gonna be good.
What's wrong, Don? This is not the route I want to go. No. I was looking forward to this, but now that you talk, now that words came out your mouth, Wayseeker, I do not want this anymore.
We still got to review it, so we'll find out.
Well, maybe I will read it in 6 hours then, because I don't give a shit anymore. Now I'm upset.
All right, this one's for Dom. And for
if it turns into a love story, if it turns into like Mace Windu finds some chick and he's thinking about giving up the fucking order, I will not read the rest of the book. I will literally take it and I will shoot a video. I'll set that bitch on fire. Okay, go back to that. Go back. Go back right now. Go back to that book. Go back. Don't do it here. Go back to the other one. Move back a slide. This is what I don't want. I don't want a single fucking love story in here. I don't give a shit. I don't
just think of Tupac while you're reading it the whole time.
He's got to be a bad motherfucker. Yeah, thug life, baby. That's what he should be then. Not fucking. I don't want him in a relationship. I don't want fucking dog and a cat in a relationship. I don't want cats in a relationship. I don't want any relationships. I don't want frogs. I don't want shit. I don't want knitting. I don't want
get Mace's child.
Hey, listen, I don't want knitting. I don't want like a fucking pet shop. I don't want any of that bullshit. I don't want a manicurist. I don't want nothing. What I want is him whooping ass.
I apologize, but guess what? The state of things are going. Romance and sexuality is number one viewpoint of what everything that's coming out. So
you will probably had none of that, Tom.
You will get some in that.
Actually, last book
they had like one page, but it was yeah.
It's still one page. So I'm just saying. The whole fact is that you got to get it. We got the fact.
You don't know about that. And
hey, if he has to go, wait, hold on now. Yeah, no Diddy party. Exactly. But if he has to go, wait, hold on. No, I screwed up. If he has to go, if like his last mission is to go to fucking like Jerry Springer to prove that he's not the father of like 15 kids.
Maury Povich.
I might actually watch that. Yeah, I might read that. I don't know.
Yeah, not the father.
I'm reading the actual synopsis, and it's much more interesting than the description Wayseeker gave us. So maybe it'll be good.
Well, okay, thank you, JJ.
All right, let me see this book now. What's going on with this book, Wayseeker?
All right, so this book comes out like next spring, but they're going to have advanced review copies of this book at NYCC at the Penguins booth. You have to give a code if you want to get the book. Mon Mothma requests your aid. The reason you should pick this up is because ARC books can sell for pricey money. People there are collectors that want advanced review.
Oh yeah,
and they will pay a heavy premium for advanced review copy books, Dom. So I think it's free as long as you give the code, and it will be pricey.
Yeah, you get the code. You get the code at the in the.
It's right there. Mon Mothma request your aid. All you got to go is you got to say Mon Mothma request your aid, and
you got to be there early though, man. The motherfuckers.
Well,
I tried to do that celebration when they were doing something. Hey, listen. You see those? If you see these women, and you're like, wait, they look a little bit off. They look like they belong in an Aldi or some shit. You know what I mean? They're carrying the fucking the grocery bags and shit. Trip them. Kick them in the knees.
I'm gonna tell my brother because we're getting there. We're getting there early. We're gonna get definitely get. We'll get there when we get there, but we're gonna get there early. But like I said, we have a lot of things that we're gonna be doing. Like, hopefully, I can get around to get some stuff. That
this one will be where I think it'll be pricey just because these advanced review copies they sell.
Well, let's see what happens. I'll get it. No,
dude, just get it and then walk around that booth. You'll sell it for You'll sell it for like at least $50 while you're walking like there because they'll be run out. I'm telling you, those old ladies. They'll come in with their bags. That was all news. Wayseeker. That was horrible fucking news.
That was 50 minutes.
Yeah, Wayseeker. What you did? No, that 20 minutes was Dom talking about some fucking baseball shit.
But we're trying to get these.
Are you opening those? Wait and open them while we're here.
No, I had these on my desk.
Wayseeker, not going to talk about the announcement of the building of the Star Wars Museum collaboration from Steve Stan Sweet. That's the dude that runs Obi-Wan Ranch and Gus Lopez and 2 mega collectors to be housed in San Francisco. I know, right? Wookiee Fanatic, what is our news doing at this point?
There's a lot more news, but you know what? It was all good.
Like an unofficial museum?
No, it's like a real museum. They're like opening a legit ass museum, I think.
But it's a legit museum.
George Lucas's museum.
Well, if it's guy from Ranch Obi-Wan, it's like legit.
Well, didn't George Lucas want to open up a museum at one time?
No, George Lucas want anything you can make $1 out of, but he don't do shit.
Well, listen.
All right, Dom. Let's see what. Hey, hold on, Dom. Let's see what's in. While he's gone, let's see what's in these sneaky packs real quickly.
Okay. Yeah. So I got this.
How much money you wasted? What's the chase in this?
There is no chase. Just that there's a bunch of figures that come with a card, and actually, you know what? It might be Hera's. It might be the holographic Hera. Watch it. If you look at if you can see.
Nobody can see that shit, bro. Get out of here. Okay, it's blue. Yeah. So it's just a blue Hera. All right, let's see what happens.
Let's see what I got.
Who do you want?
I don't know. First of all, I'll show the card for you first.
Oh!
It was Jedi.
A sticker or a card?
Jedi.
It's a card.
It's card. Just a hollow card.
This is like a sticker.
Let's see.
It does actually really look like
it's
Jedi.
actually Balin. I wanted Balin. I got him.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever seen, but okay.
Hey, you want to hear something crazy?
No.
A lot of kids that are collecting Funko. I'm not a kid, but I'm saying a lot of YouTubers are opening up durables now. There's a lot of big video thing with durables.
We saw your Instagram where you said that. We didn't see any other people do it, but that's all right.
Other people are doing it. All right, let's do this one now. Here, I got the card. Let's see.
Pretty desperate for fucking content, I guess.
Ah, Choppy.
Oh, all right.
Number one murderer in Star Wars. There you go.
Murder droid it is.
Exactly. Oh, drop it. There you go. All
right, you dropped it. Well, that you got 2. You didn't get. Those are the ones you got, huh?
Yeah. Well, listen. I wanted the Balin. Hey, actually, you know what? All kidding aside, so Shin Hati, Ivana, the girl who was who played Shin Hati, is actually going to be at the Rhode Island Comic Con autograph. So I'd definitely be on that line getting that autograph. And this is all the. Yeah, you see it better now.
There's 11, 12.
Yeah, yeah. So the green, you see the green, the green dots. Those are like the rare ones. The blue. I'm not sure.
Oh, God, so they have like a rarity scale.
So they make. I can't hear. So rare is green, common's white, ultra rare is blue, and special edition is the pink. So you get some rare ones there too.
Thank you.
They sell for money.
Well, how much money? Like $1?
No, actually, okay, aside, $900 for the Darth Vader without the helmet from San Diego Comic-Con was the ultra rare piece. Only 10 were available, and someone got one and put it on eBay for like freaking $900,000.
Wayseeker, how's your auction coming?
Should we pull it up?
I guess.
All right. So we're looking at comic tonight. There's
an hour left already.
That's not right, Tom. Let me fix
this. Refresh it.
I gotta refresh it.
Hold on, let him refresh, guys.
All right, let's see it. It always does.
He's a hyper peak.
Is that right?
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, 529.
No wonder he never went to the auctions. Look at this.
Like this, the last
No
one of these
shit,
that
right,
sold.
TJ?
We're gonna review this book tonight. The last one of these that sold, $2,200. The one before that, $3,000. So this thing is on a negative trajectory, but we ain't getting to 2,000 on this one.
Oh no,
but just rare or something.
You don't know, the last couple of minutes.
Very hard to find book.
You get those last minute.
I think we'll get over 1,000. I do. But
here's the problem with this listing. They didn't. Yeah, JJ's right. They didn't put rare. There's not enough explanation points. Actually, none. And there's no fire emojis. So like this person, not.
There's no key emoji. I mean,
yeah,
this guy's amateur hour.
He is amateur hour.
Yeah. I mean,
actually, though, I do see one problem with it because you're often, when you search for this book, what word do you normally put in that is not here?
Imagineering.
Exactly.
Yep.
So that's a big problem with that listing, honestly.
Yep.
Whoever listed this book, if you're going to list $1,000 book and not even name it as the primary keyword,
yeah, that's problems. Not smart.
This is the first 9/8 that's come up in about 10 months, I think, or I'd have to go back, but it's one of this year, I think. That's it. So this book is really hard to come up. I don't know. I think we'll get 14. I'm going to say 14. That's my guess on this one. But still a huge drop.
Nah, it might go for 15, at least 15, a little bit, 15 or 17, I think.
Well, let's see. We'll get through comics and we'll come back and check on it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Starting off comics this week. Ewoks. Wayseeker. Better than you thought?
The art
was amazing, bro.
The art was good. The story,
it was really good.
I didn't care about the story.
Zacchaeus and Forlom show up. Like, it's pretty decent.
I don't care. I don't care about this. I don't care.
There's no way you get like nubs. Hey guys, this is a good book. They actually did a really good job with this. This is good.
But it was better art than the book we got last week.
Oh yeah, this is pretty good. I'm gonna probably see. I'm definitely gonna pick up 2 on this. It's going a decent way. Sounds fun. Pretty much bounty hunters are going on there. And you get all the famous Wookiees that you know, or Ewoks that you know. Looks like there's gonna be a little bit of a showdown, so it should be fun. Then we have these 3. Okay, here we go. High Republic Adventures, Saber for Hire number 4. Waste of fucking paper, bro. And not only that, the reveal of the bad was just fucking wah, wah, wah. Very interesting though. There was something that Bolin, is that
Bolin?
Yeah, Bolin can do, which I'm like, how did they even do that? But whatever. The rest of the book was so fucking horrible that it didn't matter. Didn't fucking matter. So on the other hand, we have got the middle book, which is Echoes of Fear. And this is what I was talking about with Dom. Echoes of Fear literally takes us to a place. Just in the opening when they're like, yo, man, this is how it ties it to the novel we reviewed the other week, right? Mm-hmm. And then they're like, hey, yeah. So there's this guy named Marshawn Rowe, and he like must be controlling these things called the Nameless that are sucking the Force. And the intro that they did in the first like 4 panels, I was thinking, holy shit, this is a TV intro. Like, if they would have done this instead of Acolytes, you introduce the name Marshawn Rowe. It's not a hard concept to understand that there's something, because we have Kyber crystals already, that there's another type of crystal that can control something. That's not hard. You show a thing of the Nameless in the flashback thing. You can see it's an ugly fucking monster. This guy's hunting down it, and then it introduces the world where he eventually goes. You know what I mean? This was a great intro way where if they did this as like 2 episodes of a show or a 45-minute show and introducing then to what happened, I could see that being very good. I mean, being really good for a TV show. I mean, it was good, dude. Hey, the book is good. Huh?
I'm just saying hi to Sarah.
Oh, hey, Sarah. But it's really good, dude.
It's my favorite comic of the year, I think.
But that's what kind of Dom was talking about. Yeah. The Ty Urich story is the absolute, it's like 2 worlds. It's what's completely wrong with Star Wars right now and what's completely right and what Star Wars should be between these 2 books. And now where Dom's wrong is it doesn't matter what they do with the characters. Like, it doesn't matter who's what or whatever. Well, he says box checking off doesn't matter. The difference is one is a fucking story nobody gives a shit and is done really poorly. And the other one is what something that Dom usually says is like, hey, make a story good. And this is how they did it. They made it easily explainable, could sum up a lot of hard concepts in just pages, in one page, and move a story forward, which is what they should be doing. What's up, JJ? Sorry.
So does this mean you're becoming a George Mann fan?
Hey man, I can't complain. I've said this the last couple books. He started off with like shit, and this is where like people are like, "Oh, you always have to be right, or you could never, or you're going too hard." I always say when I'm wrong. But go back and read that early George Mann stuff. It was garbage. It was bad.
The worst.
It was trash. It was bad. But I've given him credit. The last couple things he's done is really good. It's clean. The concepts are very easy. He does. I mean, like, so one thing I always liked about Star Wars is how they have like a little bit of like historical or at least religious based factual lore. We can call it lore.
Yep.
If you're offended by that, be offended. They at least have religious lore to a lot of their stuff. Okay. And in this stuff, he does use lore more like a combination of English lore, and maybe a little bit of religious lore in there too. But he does, and it feeds the story well. And he understands, I think sometimes the romance in these books, and sometimes even the villainry, like how they explain villains, like they either make the villains too good that they're not really, like it doesn't make sense why they're a villain, or they make the villain so bad it's like, what's like Ursula, the like Little Mermaid villain, like she's just evil because she's evil. Like, dude, no, like sometimes like there's just bad dudes that do bad shit, like, and that's okay, but they're not like, it's not like, how do you explain this? It's not like Freddy Krueger, right? They're not all Freddy Krueger. Some of them, yeah, fuck, they were fucking abuses their kids or whatever, but dude, it's all right. They're still psychopaths, and you just fight them. Like, you don't have to sit 18 hours on, did that guy's mom feed him too much out of her left tit and not enough out of the right tit? You can just say the guy's a fucking asshole. Yeah. And because he wants power, he's going to do bad shit. And that's where Mann sticks. He doesn't get too fucking stuck in the weeds of everybody's fucking feelings. And he does a good job writing it. And since he doesn't do that, that gives him plenty of room to be able to clearly explain to you what the fuck's going on. So, I don't know. I thought it was really good. You're not a huge Ewok fan? He was good. I was saying that for the longest. Okay, cool.
I'll be interested to see what you thought about the dispatches, though.
I like the concept. How many issues is this?
It's 4, but it's different writers every time.
That's where it's going to be trouble.
I think it's going to be trouble.
Right? I like the concept that was going here, but it also has to be done quickly, right? So like this should have been a one shot and nothing after it. Like they should have summed up like the solution. How can I say this without giving it away? So every story's got a mission. There's a mission in this one. They get to the introduction of the mission. They get to actually how they're going to do the mission. The mission starts to get completed. And just as they're about to be a finale for it, they leave a cliffhanger, right? If they just finalized it and moved the story along, it would be great. What I worry about is because they didn't do that this is just going to be another one of those. Well, it had a good start, and then they fucking dropped the bag. They, as Rye said, fumbled the bag big time.
Yeah.
The same thing with that.
I don't know. It could have easily just fit into the main High Republic Adventures run.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It could have. So who do they have? Yeah, they're going to bring back Ty now for this last part.
Well, Ty's the 4th one.
Because I'm looking at this, they've already used 3 characters, right? Didn't they use 3 characters, 4 characters? I don't know.
The second one is written by Alyssa Wong, so that one's going to be Crash and Rue.
Oh, you got Crash in it. I mean, this had a bunch of Tarkin shit in it from the Tarkin family and the Tarkin town. I see, like they even kind of left that unsettled.
The 3rd one is written by Older again, so maybe it'll come back in the 3rd one. But that's
it's got to be. They got to finish that because they have to finish off what's happening to the planets the Tarkins are on.
And then the 4th one's written by Cavan, and that one's going back to Ty. And that one, we need to give up on Ty. Like,
yeah,
Cavan loves this character because of Monster Hunter, and I don't know.
It's just not it.
But
Ty
it
is
doesn't
just
work.
That's the one thing I will say. The biggest problem with High Republic is like, not the two biggest problems. Once again, they also told us that they had fluidity and movement. So if something wasn't working, they could pivot. Right? That's what this big cast was, because they could plan out. They could pivot off of this. They could move to here. They'd have different people jumping on and off and all that stuff. Ty York is a fucking failure. We knew it was a failure last go round. Or was that 2 go rounds ago?
Two go rounds. There've been one.
Yeah, it was a failure 2 rounds ago.
I think people forgot it existed.
Yeah.
Probably.
Crash needs a bigger role if you could learn how to draw her. Have like 74,000 different looking Crash.
Yeah, there's less versions of Afro than there is Crash, and Crash has been around for a tenth of the time, dude. Yeah. I mean, but Bri isn't wrong. She's a good character.
Yeah,
she is. But even here, they use her sparingly.
Is Crash arm? She has no arm.
No,
what?
She does. She has an arm in that picture.
I'm literally in the book. I'm looking at Crash's arm. Like, where's her arm?
Oh,
it's just behind.
Weird.
It's just the way it looks. Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they actually, this book is done well. It really is done well. But like I said, I don't have much hope for it. And here's the problem: they never pivot. They should not. They should convert this. If they knew already we're having problems with Ty York, wipe York off, wipe that book out here, do a 2-part, do a 1-shot, just make it more expensive, do a $9.99 book, have Older do the whole thing, which he's done before, and have him run out the story. Because to be honest, I don't think we need more of that story. It's 2 pieces at once. And that's it.
Let me ask you something.
No, we didn't yet. No, Nelson.
The third part of the Marvel run of High Republic is supposed to be starting in October, later on, like
February.
In February, right?
Fourth part.
You know what sucks? The thing that sucks the most now, thinking about the High Republic, is that because of the poor reception of the Acolyte, kind of leaves it.
That's not what it was.
I'm just saying that would Disney really go out and make another show with characters knowing that with all the other stuff that came with the Acolyte, doing that with characters that are similar? Or
I think they understand. Once again, Dom, I know you don't believe this, but I think they understand that the problem was not, and you're seeing a lot of it too, because Peaches made me watch that thing, The Wrestler or whatever. They left it on a cliffhanger. I think they understand at least in the higher production levels, right?
Yeah.
And then in the executive levels above that, senior executive, senior VP executive, presidential executives, I think they understand at that level, the hand-me-down from like the CEOs and stuff, that like this has got to be stuff that kind of hits, and they had never made that a second off. They'll sit on it, and if it gets revisited, they might say like, yeah, but they never promised a second season. So when people say it was a failure, I think they went there, and remember, they were they made the move they did. And if you're in the industry now and you think that Star Wars is handing out bags and they're just going to let you keep spending money and then you're going to get a second season, they told the industry right now they ain't doing that shit no more.
Yeah,
that's over. We're not doing that. They were saying it for a couple of years, but they were talking out of the one year and they weren't following through with the other year, right? And they were blaming it on streaming starting up. They were blaming it on a bunch of stuff. But I think the one thing that Hagley, is that her name? Glasses lady.
No, freaking Leslie
Headland. I think the one thing that Miss Headland did was finally get Disney to say, fucking enough's enough, bro. Like, we're just not handing out bags anymore. And stop doing this shit where you're trying to hold this over our head and you're trying to hold the time limits over our head and you're trying to do this cliffhanger shit. You're not guaranteed it. Actually, not only that, but we're going to get rid of you and you're not going to be coming back.
But it kind of sucks. It sucks.
But that doesn't mean they're not coming back with High Republic. I think what they want to prove, because the next step after that that they have to prove now is we can do that. Because where's the hang up? Like, think about it as a business, right?
Yeah.
Where's the hang up? If these people are keeping you hostage and saying, you need me here and I'm going to do what I want to do and I'm going to take as much money as I want because you need to get these products out, they still need product. So what they're going to have to do is go, not only can we tell you that we're not retaining you anymore, but we're going to get somebody to come up with another story and follow our rules, work within our financial strengths, and come up with a product. So they're not going to tank the High Republic. They're just not. It's still coming. They're still planning on doing it. They're just not going to do that. they're not
They're
going
also
to
not going to take as big of a risk.
Yeah.
Acolyte was a huge risk because it wasn't really connected to the High Republic. It just 100 years after, 100 years before, all new characters.
What's the name? I'm not sure. What's the name? The green chick with the face.
Vanessa.
Yeah.
But that was the only connection.
Yeah, she was a connected. She's from the High Republic.
I get that, but that was not. It's not the same. Dom.
Also, they never actually connected that to anything. It's just the same character. If you watch the show, she had actually no connection or mentioned. The only thing connected to the High Republic were like the inside jokes, quote unquote, of the like, oh, she gets nauseous in space travel, but it's not really nauseous.
Well, they're going to talk about in the novel that's supposed to be coming out of what the synopsis with the novel that's coming out. They're going to mention why she became who she was.
I get that. If they're going to do High Republic, though, it's going to be way more connected at some point. Yeah. It's going to be the characters that we know, that we fall in love with, and that we want to hear more stories about.
Yeah, they're going to go. And what the good part is, they have seen how this has been working, and they know that one is the best. So we're going to get some stuff. When they keep saying we might be doing, like, there's a lot of people who, let me see what I could say. So, yeah, like, there might be people out there who may have intimate knowledge of the workings of the High Republic. And these people may have said that, like, the pre-leading in already over a year ago had said this, that even when the Hadley thing was coming up, they were saying, is it Hadley? I keep pronouncing it. That's why I call it
Headland.
Okay, lady with weird glasses.
Leslie Headland.
Okay,
Leslie. Say Headland.
The thing with Headland coming up, they had already hinted that there's projects in the work to prequel leading up to the High Republic. So as in whatever the project that's coming out, they're not going forward with that. This is previous to, I've given hints about this before. This is previous to the Headland project. So if they already are in the know that there's something like that, think about that. Like they're not giving up on this project. They already were planning on moving on. And that's why I was so adamant when you're like, they're guaranteed a season 2. And I was like, no, there isn't a guarantee of season 2 because we knew that the money was going a different way. And it is a lot of money, Dom. You're right on that. It's a lot of money. Even though they print a lot of money, it's a lot of money, and they're not going to let that shit ruin again. So
yeah, I know the money was a lot of money that was spent then, and I know that Disney's trying to sit back financial stuff and that. It's just one of those things where it does
not at that rate.
It really does suck because when you have a lot of negativity towards something that is pushed and a lot of money and they don't want to spend the money, you get less product, and which less product does look less product might be better because they can concentrate on story what I want. Because when you put a lot of stuff, there can't be a lot of story because they're pushing stuff out.
But here's the thing too. Here's the thing too that they can go back to.
Yeah.
Because what happens after these projects, they do go through a best practices. Like anytime you put in a huge event, this is just like the standard for any corporation, right? When you put together and you spend a lot of money, there's a best practices that comes out after it. There's actually 2. There's one that most people will know about, and then there's a second one on a higher level. The executives then go back through and see what their best practices are going through and forward to see what can come out. And a lot of times that's where they go back and call a couple people that were in that project and say, hey, these things worked. What can we do with this to make this here XYZ, blah, 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 blah. Where can we go with it, right? So I'm telling you that they are looking at that live action that they used. Budget was 100% unacceptable. Having too many people there, 100%, like wherever it is. But what they are saying is they think that there's probably something there where they can link between using the stage and a little bit of live action. And there's a sweet spot because those things have worked in the past. Like it actually has. And that automatically cuts down on the financial strain in which they have. I mean, people don't want to talk about that because it's not like, that's not exciting. That's not like, hey, go fire somebody, but that's the truth. So like when they're going through this, like they're not, it's unless you're fucking WB where you just randomly cancel shit for no reason, like there is something that they will be working on. And Disney does see Star Wars as a long-term financial gainer. So like
we saw last week how much money they make on merchandise, right? $1 billion last year, Dom, on merchandise. Just on merchandise, they made $1 billion.
That's still down from what they could have made.
What? It's still a ton of money.
It is a ton of money. But you know what? I understand that, but at the end of the day, man, it's a look. us as fans now, like the new generation? I know a lot of stuff is geared towards the next generation, and do you think the next generation will have the same impact on Star Wars as we got growing up on Star Wars? That's the thing. It fluctuates, and I understand that Disney puts a lot of money, and they're hoping that $4.4 million that they spent on buying Disney really pays off in the long run. Because they made a lot of money with the other movies, and they made money, but it's making
not
money.
But it's already they're the amount that they're making off of merchandising alone.
Think about the parks and everything else. They're just printing money, and they will be printing money for a long time. Yeah, no. So Bri asked, how many years do you think the High Republic saga will last going forward? I think the High Republic saga is going to last. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 10 years more of stories they churn out.
We're talking like in universe years, or are you talking like actual years?
I'm thinking like actual years, like how many years they can tell stories in the High Republic.
Not like
it'll be the only focus, but they're going to be novels.
Well, the Clone Wars have lasted 35 years.
And remember, hold on. You got to remember this too. Like when we're talking about what's happening right now, we've talked about this now. We're moving to that generation. We're moving away from the 1, 2, and 3. We're moving to that generation of Clone Wars, the cartoon TV series, and Rebels and all that. We're moving into that era right now where that's going to be happening. And when that happens, they're going to have to filter stuff in. Remember, they already had a shot with this. Clone Wars wasn't exactly 100% success when it came out. They teed it up a little bit better, went back to that well, hit it out of the park. Rebels, same kind of thing. They tried Rebellion, not once, but twice, then eventually canceled it. But they got 2 out of 3 out of that, and then formatted that to live action.
Technically, Clone Wars started with Phantom Menace and all that, right?
Well, not the cartoon.
I'm talking about the era, though.
Yeah. No, but I'm talking about like specific I'm talking projects.
2003 started.
I'm talking projects, not.
That is a project.
Yeah, 2000.
Yeah, but I'm talking about different projects. I'm talking the cartoon project versus the live action project, because that's how they see it. It's not one project to them. Yeah. They see it as different projects.
Yeah, I'm saying there'll be different. It'll be just like Clone Wars, where there's different projects for 35 years.
Right. Yeah,
different projects. The High Republic for
and that's what they should do now.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree. JJ, I agree.
They're gonna wait till High Republic what they had planned out to be done before anything else comes out. So we only have another 6 months until it's done, and we'll start getting a lot more announcements about what's coming out afterwards when that 6 months.
Well, we're going to see Star Wars Celebration if any more animation stuff comes. Vision season
animation,
3.
New books. We'll get all that stuff at Celebration.
Yeah.
Mark will be live streaming it for us.
For what? Oh, it's Celebration. Yeah, right. I don't give it. My family's there.
Marco's going to be hiding. Come back. He's going to be exhausted. He's going to say the great times. He's going to have a huge story to say. Yeah, well, I ran into Anakin Skywalker in the elevator, in my hotel, and all these things. And we talked about things, and I found out things that no one knows about.
Well, I mean, hey, hold on, Dom, but that's what while you guys are going to bed, what do you think I'm doing at cons? Like, you guys go to sleep. Yeah, I'm hanging out in elevators, talking to people, chatting it up, doing whatever. So we'll see.
I'll be interested. Go ahead, JJ.
Celebration is more about panels. We're going to make Marco sit through the hour-and-a-half long Jon Favreau word salad panel where he really
says
nothing for an hour.
I brought my kids. You know I can't do that. I brought the kids.
What's happening?
John, let me tell you something.
Yeah,
I'm going to say it, and again, Jon Favreau, I think he's more of a visionary than Dave Filoni, man. Dave Filoni is really... I'm sorry.
I think a lot of the problems that you complain about in Star Wars are Filoni problems. Both Favreau and Filoni. I think they're Favreau problems too.
You know, if you put those two guys together and make them the head of Lucasfilm, it might be something. We might be getting better stuff out there. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see.
Hold on, they were pretty much.
They did Book of Boba Fett for you, Dom.
Yeah, bro. Yes,
but listen, no. But
hey, Dom, the content they actually. Hold on. No, Dom, the position both of them had at one point, John was in charge of live action. He was in charge of live action content. Dave was in charge of, he was the assistant to live action content, assistant senior executive to live action content, and he was the executive in charge of animation content. We've already had them in charge, that means.
I know.
You do understand that, right?
I understand that, but the Book of Boba Fett, there was something more that made it that way.
No,
It wasn't them. I know it wasn't them.
And you hated Mando 3. You hated Mando 3.
I'm telling you, there's something.
They're in charge of the skeleton crew. You think that's gonna be any good,
bro?
It looks fun. It looks fun. I can't wait for that.
I don't think Favreau has anything to do with the skeleton crew.
Well, look, at the end of the day, when it comes to
not
certain
true.
things,
no Diddy. No Diddy. Hey, stop out.
There is more.
You better stop, Brian.
There's more story. There's something more behind the reason why those shows are like that. And I don't think it was Favreau.
No. They literally.
Something else.
Hey, hold on.
You think Ahsoka wasn't all Filoni?
Dom, they were literally on the set every day. They were literally on the set. They were reviewing. They've said they reviewed the writing.
Who's gonna tell Filoni what to do with Ahsoka? Who has that power? Nobody.
Listen, I know.
No, you don't know, because you're saying the opposite.
All right, here's the voice of reason right now. What are you going to say?
Well, I was going to say is, Marco, please, don't crush his spirits.
I know. I'm sorry.
Like he needs this hope. Don't take it from him.
Well, no, I think the hope is that we don't have him interject anymore. He was already on his way to go on and leave live action for Star Wars.
Run Celebration.
Wait, what? Yeah, the Japanese. Yeah.
People blind.
I know.
But hey, Giggles Fat. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Is I think he just doesn't understand how things work. The whole era in which he complains of, the guys he's saying if they're in charge of something, we're in charge of the whole era that he's complaining about.
I know, but they're
in charge.
They may be in charge, but I think there's limitations of what they could do that somebody else was holding them back. They weren't. There's a higher power over them.
No, there isn't. There isn't. There was not till they just split off and did the part where there became two executives. That was one in charge of the movie portion and one in charge of the TV portion. Remember, we went over this 8 months ago. They were going to transition to positions. There was not. Those two dudes were in charge of everything that was happening. They didn't have a boss, bro. They actually had to put people in those boss positions.
You know, look, I don't know. You know what? Listen, I may not know a lot of the stuff this and that, but there's still a huge disconnect between, like, you know, the Book of Boba
That
Fett.
I'll agree with you on. Yeah.
I don't understand. Look, I may never understand.
No, I mean them and the fans. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I just don't understand certain the friggin' things that made it that transpired. That's what
nobody does. No,
it's never going to come out. It's never going to come out.
He doesn't want to let go of the hope. He really feels.
Oh no, he shouldn't, and he shouldn't. But let's remember this: the budget that got out of hand. You know why that got out of hand, right? Because Dave Filoni and Dave Favreau, especially Dave Favreau, that was his first one where he was overseeing that type of stuff.
Marco's officially combined them into one person.
They are. Well, they are.
John Favreau, Dave Filoni.
Well, hey, hold on. They say that they're one person. So, and they have jobs that are similar. But yeah, when John stopped working there, that was the Acolyte was Dave's first overseeing for that. So, like, when you want to talk about their budget running over and who was the one that signed that check, that was Dave. So, I mean, under the guidance of John. I don't know, man. All right, let's keep going. We were supposed to be talking about comics. Yeah, we got off.
Is this how is like posing as an elevator operator? Is that how you get your inside?
That is not how that. That's not what he. So
Marco was going to be putting the bed.
I know that's not
going out and hanging out.
That's not what happened. What happened was
Marco hanging out.
Dom is referencing a story a couple years in Baltimore where it turned out that I was in an elevator and a contact or in a artist who I had a little bit of an issue with got into the elevator. And it may have gotten very loud. And it may have started to get into a little bit of trouble for that guy. And Dinesh came in there and
that's not the story I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of you hanging out with celebrities in elevators.
Well, listen.
They're celebrities.
Posing as the
no. Star Wars celebrities.
Oh, you're talking about when I was hanging out with what's his name? Work done? Or work.
Why did you just go up and down the elevator all day?
Because I don't stay on the bottom floor, motherfucker. I'm up in the penthouse all the time.
All day.
Do you know how long it takes to go to the penthouse and down? It's not every once in a while you got to deal with people, bro.
Well, listen. At the end of the day,
I'm not on floor one.
You don't stay in elevators. I go to pickle parties. I have no idea. Whatever happens. We all got our things.
Okay, that's not my no. You got a Diddy thing with what you just said. I'm a no Diddy guy, so no. Next up, coming soon next week, we're getting part 2 of the Battle Juke. Hey, this is a good book. It really is.
Yes,
yeah, they're doing a good
I'm
job.
enjoying it.
Yeah, they're doing a great job.
And I'm enjoying this now. That part right there.
Hey, look at this.
Very slow.
Hey, yeah, Dom, you're right. Hey, Dom, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I mean, this is it. What we get Sloan back? This is the part of the video game. Why don't we get this? Like,
and the Emperor inside the droid.
yeah, this is where this is a cut scene from the video game from
Operation Cinder.
Yes, Operation Cinder. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey,
this is awesome.
maybe we'll get a Megs. Maybe they'll show Megs. He actually we talked about it in the Mandalorian that he had a lot of good friends there. Maybe we'll get an appearance from him as a trooper. Who knows?
We're probably gonna get some more Alphabet Squad because this is right around Alphabet Squad time.
That.
So good stuff.
Yeah.
Dom, me and Dom, same page. Wayseeker hating. I think we figured out, Dom. Wayseeker hates good content. When we get good Star Wars stuff that we want, that ruins him because he doesn't have any news.
This comment.
He doesn't. He hates it. I get it. He just loves that haterade.
This is great though.
I'm
happy. JJ, what do you got on this?
I'm right about you just hanging on the elevator.
I think it's good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, good.
See, even dark negativities, it says it's good. So there we go. It's great.
FOC. We got. Wait, what?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's right.
we got the. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Republic Under Siege. All right, there we go. Battle Coup, Republic Under Siege. Number 1, the 125. Got 2 other covers for that.
And that cover, the third cover looks really nice. I like the artwork. Leah looks like
That's
Leah. It looks good.
That's the A cover.
Yeah. I like
Luke's face looks weird on the 125.
The first one, you get the big clip of his chin.
125 is not solid, bro.
Let's give him the worst looking hair and a chin that looks like.
And when he did an accident, it put his cheek to his earlobe. Like, look at where his cheekbone is.
Covers, to be honest. Not one.
Listen, this
story's good too. This is why he's already going in. You see what he's doing, Dom?
The story's
already
good.
Going into this.
Which cover?
He's already going in on it. He's already going in on it. He's already going in on it.
I like the A cover.
A cover.
The first cover. The last cover.
Let's go in the A cover.
I'll say at least it's not like 8 covers for this thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's an improvement.
Darth positivity over there.
Yeah, I don't care about.
All right, here's
I don't
speaking
care
of
about this
things.
one either. This is dumb.
Second print for the Battle Coup. Hey,
you can't talk. This one is. We don't need a second print.
First, no, we don't. But it's a good book.
It didn't sell out.
The first book, you open it up, you have the power trip, you have Vader, friggin' Thrawn, and I like that. I like that they connect. That's all good stuff. That's like,
you know what I'd rather have them do instead of second print is like have a trade ready to go when all 4 of these are done or whatever.
Exactly. The second prints come out, is just wasting paper.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's it for the FOCs. So, oh no, sorry, it's not it for the FOCs. We also got on FOC.
There's more.
But wait, there may be more. Dark Horse. At least we're gonna get another Echoes of Fear, which will be good. I'm digging it. I'll tell you this: there's a planet, and not to spoil stuff from the book, but it is Sunday. They hit a planet that we've been talking about exploring a little bit at the end, and said to be continued there. So hopefully it's continued there.
I think we take that off a century before the Acolyte. People like the Acolyte.
Yeah, they could probably stop printing that on the books now.
Yeah, they
got to probably get rid of that.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, maybe they think it's giving people hope that there will be better times.
Not for anything.
Okay, but to do it for something.
How true if Leslie Headland had the second season writing the second season.
Yeah.
Put
it up and watch it while he's talking.
You think about it. The second season that it winds up in a battle, like a battle pit, like an arena, fighting against some creature, and then the Hutts are involved because they mentioned the Hutts in the first season, and apparently there's something that might be true that we'll never know now because unless they do a book. Which I don't know if they're going to do a book now. So that's the whole thing. First season not working out the way it should have worked out and over budget.
Yeah. The books are coming out.
They planned 3 novels about the characters. I kind of wonder if they'll cancel those or not.
They are going to cancel them.
You know what sucks? There's no toys that are going to come out of The Stranger, which they're not going to make a black series. Maybe they might, but they're not going to make a black series of The Stranger, a Funko Pop of The Stranger, because
I have faith that when Hasbro gets bored enough or whatever, they'll probably make one.
Yeah, maybe. I hope because The Stranger was. I'll be honest with you. like I said, I'm going to still stick to my guns. That I actually like the Acolyte more than I thought I would, and it got a lot more hate than it should have because, it wasn't bad. It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that good either. At the end of the day, but the Stranger was the most intriguing character. The Quiet Mirror character. He was very intriguing, and he was badass. I'll be honest with you. Him freaking taking out those damn freaking goddamn Jedi. Like that's still one of the most badass scenes in TV and in movies, man. I really enjoyed that. And other than that, hey,
which one, Bri? Which book you talking about here? Which space eyes?
Which one?
Yeah.
Which one?
So let me know, Bri, which one you're talking about.
But at the end of the day, I just hope it doesn't like put shade on things, like more hesitant on things. And look, we all want new stuff. I understand that people are tired of the Skywalker saga. And, I understand that and new things, but it just sucks that the way things go down and look, business is business. And if
you're talking about the one with the white, that's on Dispatches, that's Rue.
If the comic does come out, they make a comic book series. That's the thing. Are they going to sell it? You're going to be getting second and third printings of number one. Meanwhile, at the end of the day, in 5 minutes, $800.
Yep. Refresh
Well, it ended.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. It just might. You might get a cartoon. You might get an animated series based in the High Republic era. And,
we'll get more High Republic stuff, I'm sure. We will.
But are we going to get toys? We're getting a Dragon. The Dragon from Survivor, Jedi Survivor, who is from the High Republic, which is awesome. That character, the figure, we're getting that. But other stuff, toys.
You'll get toys eventually. I think once it gets out of novels and once they start to do more video games and shows, be it animated or not animated, you'll get toys.
All right, hold on, guys, real quickly. Put it in the chat. Where do you think this is going to end up? We got 3 minutes left here.
I said 14. Dom said 15 to 17.
Yeah.
Rubenari said 11. I think Bri J said 800, so he's already wrong.
What do you got, Marco? 22 is the last sale.
12.25.
10.50.
10.50 is a good bit.
If this book sells,
I have 14. Dom's the high one.
If this book sells below $1,000 or a little bit under, they got to steal a 9.8. They got to steal.
Wookiee's at 13.19. That's a cool number, but that's probably what his top bid is.
Yeah,
it probably is. Yeah, I got it. I got it. 13.19.
Shit, I might put a bid in this. Just to freaking.
Honestly, this is nobody. The problem with this is nobody's going to sell this book. If this thing sells for under 1,500, which it is,
nobody's going to sell it. Dingus, the way he listed it, we go a little bit higher.
Yeah, I know, but people, it's going to screw people up.
How many 9.8 do you think are on the census?
9.8.
You see that?
We see 3 listings for at least 3 of them up there. So
at 984,
15.
At 984, that's a good price that somebody got below $1,000.
I think that's a 9.6 for 1,500.
9.6,
but that's not 9.8. But yeah, the 9.8 for 2,000 is up there.
9.8 for 2,000.
There's
a 9.6 for 15. Well, somebody better take that fucking price down.
Look, Wookie Fanatic's wife is sitting across the table.
Yeah.
I can't
say if I'll bid on it or not. Okay, after this, for the rest of the show, we got a couple things still to cover on the show. We've got Wayseeker covering. Is this book in your report today?
Yeah, it is.
It's about to change around. We got that coming up. We also going to start off with a little Comic-Con, go over a couple things that were official Comic-Con Star Wars stuff. I'll be honest with you, there wasn't a lot of it. There's actually 3 pretty much items. We'll go over those real quickly. And because of that, that's going to lead us into betting lines for NYCC, which covers pretty much is going to be a game we're going to play where we're going to decide, is it worth it to wait in line for these SIGs from these celebrities there or for stuff for
Dom gets to use his expertise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's going to be like, you know how you do a sports betting show, you got the expert, Dom's our expert.
For the Rhode Island Comic Con, I wound up buying VIP tickets for the first time.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, so
who runs that show?
Certain actresses there.
Dom, do me a favor. Find out who runs that show.
Okay.
Yep, you're not a peasant anymore.
I'm not a
And the VIP status.
If you say that, you kind of are.
Oh, I missed you guys. I missed you guys for 3 weeks, man. I missed you guys.
I know. We missed you. We missed you.
Man.
All right. What do we got left? 57, 56?
Oh, and
You're fresh. Nothing?
Let's see. The last couple of
last 20
minutes.
seconds.
Somebody's going to come in. I think.
I don't think so.
You think if this thing goes for 800, that is.
Come on, Wookie.
No, I think Brian J's looking smarter and smarter right now. What did I say? 1250?
1225.
This book is still a great book to get. If you get this below $1,000, you're getting a steal on this book, man.
Yeah, I get it. Well, this person did list it, Stu.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh my God.
Very hard to find book in caps.
The
like
concept art variant that is not at all a truthful thing.
Yeah.
No, that's actually what's listed on CGC. It's listed as concept art variant.
Yeah, but that's because somebody put that in the listing like a moron.
13-second ass.
But so like if you
Oh, he didn't refresh yet. Watch, he's gonna refresh his number. It's gonna hit.
It'll take a minute.
Dude. Man, no way.
We got it'll refresh in a second.
Hold on. Yeah,
let's see.
Give me a second. Let's go.
No, just go down and see what it says.
Yeah. Now we can all take bets on whether or not the guy ships it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, dude, that person's sold over 1,000 books. He's shipping it out.
800.
Oh my God.
Wow.
It died on the vine at 800? Woof.
Wow.
That's what it says.
Why would you have it go this late anyways? What time is it in the West Coast?
Damn, man. My man got a good deal. That's a good deal, man.
That was a dumb move. Dumb move. All right.
Well, that's 2,200. Oh, we know what book is going down next time we do a market report.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this thing, because this person's an idiot.
That sucks, man.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you got a good deal, man. Congratulations to the guy who got it.
All right, let's talk about Comic-Con because it's really quickly. We will go through this. There's not a ton to go through. New York Comic-Con. Now, here's a couple of things we got to clarify. New York Comic-Con actually does have an exclusive page. They have those things. Those are considered their exclusives. That does not mean that those are things that are only supposed to be showing up there for the first time or that got the NYCC logo on it. There are a lot of people who say they have exclusives and they're just selling shit that they sold at other cons. Okay. Mm-hmm. So here we go. This is the amount of Star Wars.
Not even at the con.
Yeah. This one is an unofficial Star Wars thing. This is by Artistic Flavors, but I thought it was really cool what they're doing. These are mini pins. But do you guys notice why it's unofficial? Look at the names of the things. Dark Dyed Daddy, Bounty Hunter. Well, Droid Head, Cute Bear. No doubt. What?
I'm saying the reason why some of the names like Bounty Hunter, you could sell Boba Fett shirts without mentioning Boba Fett.
Right.
Bounty Hunter.
That's what they're doing here. Yeah, they put some blood on them. They don't have a couple of his identifying things. They just call him Bounty Hunter.
Yeah.
So I mean, like this is official, unofficial exclusives at I thought these were cool.
It's cute.
Actually, probably the coolest thing that I see there. There's only 3 slides of this, just so you know.
There's Wayseeker, Cute Bear. Wayseeker, that's the Wayseeker.
Remember, we've had the variants where they were like, what's that guy's name? The Takashi stuff for Visions came back out. We had the Yoda. We've had a lot of good stuff. This year, we get this is the exclusive.
Generic runs off cover.
The Insider.
And the Insider is not technically a New York exclusive.
No,
that's just something he has a selling.
But the other one that's on this.
Yes. No, but that's what I'm saying, Dom. That's not an official exclusive. He can sell that before, he can sell it after, he can sell it whenever. It's not an actual official exclusive. And all it is a dub. This is Ahsoka 1, and they're just doing an Ahsoka cover. Now, for those people that don't know, Ahsoka 1 came out July.
Yes.
Also, this book is not this is not selling at one booth. They had to split it between 2 booths to try to sell it out, which is also when you see that with exclusives, it's not doing good. So I think the only way you could get something, I would be surprised. I will be very surprised if at the Star Wars panel, they do not hand out a book there. So if you're looking for something Star Wars, you get to that Star Wars panel because that's probably where you can get something worthwhile. This, on the other hand,
I don't get this cover.
I don't get it either.
Well, I don't understand why. I understand why her hand is sideways and the one lightsaber is pointing straight.
Well, she always has the sideways lightsaber. She's a pointed.
Yeah, but it's pointing like straight at you.
Yeah,
it's like
it's like a photo cover. It's a photo cover.
So the same person that did this is doing a second cover. It's going to be Cad Bane, and it's the inside cover. It's just a version, but either one, it's non-timely. It's not that there. And I'm not saying that there's not going to be other people who are going to have artwork and say that they have exclusives there, but this is the only official, which sucks because mainly they normally have a couple more officials. And I'll be honest, I'm not buying Ahsoka 1, and I'm definitely not buying who's in on this book.
Cad Bane is a limited edition. It's like only 150 copies.
So that's what they say.
It's a 2-year-old magazine with all the contents from 2 years ago.
Once again, and also not. Hey, he could say that's 200 here, but it's also not a New York exclusive. He can sell that everywhere. So he could be 200 here, 200 the next show, 200 online at the same time, 200, 200, 200. This one here too is like 800 here, but then 800 in another booth, which is 16, which does equal out to the amount that they actually have to have, which is also makes that other one very sketchy too, because one of these places is supposedly selling 2 books, and the other book where he says it's 200, it's printed by the same company, and the guidelines are exactly the same on it. So I don't know. Is anybody buying this bullshit? You're going to be there, Dom. Are you buying this?
Nah, if they give it to me, I'll take it.
Yeah, sure. And then finally, Dom, you're actually getting fucked here. Here's another exclusive for Star Wars.
Do this, Dom. Don't.
Yeah.
You know what this is? What is this, Dom?
It's Kylo Ren.
Except for what's the problem with this Kylo Ren?
It is Kylo Ren. This is like the
just this year. There's a Brazilian con that this is coming out at. Exactly. Target already has as a Target exclusive.
But the only thing is that it's the New York City. It's the Comic-Con sticker.
I know, but it's
we've been doing this, Marco. It's all about the sticker, man.
I understand that, but this is the 6th sticker just in
I
the
know.
last
And the whole thing is that now this is the first year that they're using these holographic these barcodes.
Yeah.
For the authenticity of the pop itself, because too many fakes have been being made. Yeah. So Kylo Ren,
also too, like Kylo Ren, who's going for Kylo Ren figures in 2024?
And plus, there's already a hooded one already. I don't know why they.
This figure is already, and it's the exclusive for 7 other places in 6 months. It's terrible, and that's it. I mean, that's literally all the stuff that's pretty much official exclusives for San Diego Comic-Con. So we're passing on all that.
A couple of little things sprinkled here and there, but other than that,
people are gonna do shit. Like artists are gonna create stuff and say it's their own. You know, there's going to be stores that are going to say there
are a lot of Star Wars artists stuff.
It's New York Comic-Con exclusive, but it's just going to have the store stuff on the back of it. I mean, and by the way, the stuff that we saw a Darth Vader comic that looked like shit. Looked like he had a halo on him, and then we saw the Cad Bane reprint from 2 years ago from a fucking Virgin color. That's also shit. Yeah. There wasn't much out there.
Not much.
Then again, I mean, part of it is because Dark Horse doesn't get involved with anything. So 75% of the stuff that comes out, because Marvel's been a hiatus, how many Marvel books have come out in the last couple of weeks?
Just the Insurgency,
yeah,
Ewoks.
So we're going to see. Hopefully, the panel talks about a lot of stuff that's coming out in the future.
But Dom, since you don't have to wait in those lines, guess what we have? Comic-Con betting online. Yay! This is more up your alley. All right, who's got a piece of paper? Me and Wayseeker. You got a piece of paper, Wayseeker? Me too. Okay. All right, let's go.
All right. So, I don't know if you've ever seen an over/under betting show, but this is pretty much what this is going to be.
Me and Wayseeker are going to guess.
Keep in mind, I'm going to give you, and these are only celebrities, Don. They're not like artists or writers or things like that. I left them out, so it's just
chat. You can get involved too.
That have played Star Wars rules.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a time. Now, granted, this time may not at all be accurate because I don't ever wait in lines at cons or anything for autographs that much. So don't worry about that so much. But imagine this is free will. You didn't buy your pass. You came here. Now you got to get in line. And when you get in line, they say, okay, it's going to be approximately this amount of time. You have to decide the over or the under. The over being, this is way too much. There's no way I'm going to stand in line for whoever this guy is for this long. Or the under being like, I really need this autograph. I really want this autograph. This guy's worth it. Make sense?
You got it.
Okay, so don't answer till me and Wayseeker get it written down. All right, you can talk.
We know Don's going to pick whatever you say just because Don likes you better.
Well, he's not. I'm going to write it down anyway. So how's he going to know what I say?
Are you going to
like it better?
Are we not saying it out loud? We're going to write it down.
No, write it down, and then when he says it out loud, we're going to turn and show the answers of what we thought.
There we go.
Dom is going to say. All right, let's go, Dom. Oh, what did I do there? Can anybody
ready?
Yeah, Dom, go.
All right.
Okay, so first one, John Boyega plays Finn, obviously. Estimated time when you stand in that line at first is 1 hour and 35 minutes. So the question is, the over, are you going to stay in line? Or the under, are you going to leave the line?
Hold on. You ready, Wayseeker? All right, pens down. All right. All right, Dom. So what do you got on this guy? Tell us some stuff about him.
He was, I actually like this character in, the sequel trilogy. He was actually good in They Close Tyrone. I like that. And Pacific Rim was good. But as I go for autographs and stuff like that, there's a few people that I go for, and people that I really care less about.
Mm-hmm.
Under.
Okay, what do you got, Wayseeker?
I'd under.
I had, to be honest, hell no, under. That's what I have. Hell no. All right, good stuff. All right.
Next up, an interesting one.
Okay.
Andy Serkis goes to a fair amount of cons. Played 2 roles, mind you. He's Snoke, and he's also Kino Loy in Andor. So he's got 2 Star Wars shows going on. But also, keep in mind, his line is kind of long at 2 hours because he's got a lot of other crap that he's in that people want his autograph for. Lord of the Rings.
What else? Okay, can I ask questions?
The Apes, Batman.
Can I ask questions?
Yeah.
Okay, what did he play in Planet of the Apes?
I have no idea.
Okay.
No, he
Dom,
played,
do you know what he played in Planet of the Apes?
Did he play Caesar? Did he play Caesar?
Oh, okay. So
he might have been Caesar, yeah.
What did he play in Lord of the Rings?
Gollum.
He was Gollum.
Yeah.
Oh.
Main character.
Well, I tell you what.
In Black Panther, he was Claw.
He was Claw in Black Panther, and he's gonna be.
I got mine ready.
And he's gonna be freaking goddamn Null in fucking Venom.
I think he's telling you what he's doing right now.
Hands down. Got it. Over.
I think over because I'm gonna get that Null pop.
Yeah, he's going over. Yeah.
2 hours of your life.
I'm definitely gonna wait. Also, I'll also have a Snoke pop somewhere to get autographed. So I kind of
you can do a lot of
cons.
Hey,
look, I'm crossing off over.
Show up
crossing
in a
off
lot of
over.
cons?
It
seems like he only shows up at big cons. I could be wrong, but
I don't know.
I don't see him in a lot of smaller stuff.
Yeah,
that's just me, maybe.
All right.
But I tell you what, now that they said that he's Null, there's going to be people getting autographed the Null pop that came out. There's a Null pop. So
look at this, maybe 10 minutes of the holiday was free. All right, next guy. Yeah. Oh, I got this.
Okay,
I got it.
So he is Dryden Voss. I think I misspelled his name, but you get the point.
Oh, my pen died.
From Solo Story. Obviously, Vision.
No way.
He's been in a ton of other stuff. I don't know. You can go down the line, but Vision is probably his most popular comic role. He's also been, he was in a Priest, which is also another comic role.
He's Voss, man.
And he was Silver Surfer too before the Marvel owned it. So
he's not going to be there Thursday either. No,
2 days. Friday, Saturday only. That's time 2 hours and 10 minutes.
You know what? To be honest with you, I like him as a character. This and that, but I got to say under on this. Under.
No, I have over, but I guarantee you when we look at this later, he will be waiting in line. He's saying under now. No, he's saying under now, but reality, he'll be going.
2 hours and 10 minutes for this guy? Come on.
Dude, Dom will wait 3 hours in the line, bro.
Ruben's staying.
Ruben.
Yeah.
Well, Bride's left the line forever.
Bride agrees. This is insane. Absolutely insane. I wouldn't stay 5 minutes in this guy's line.
Yeah,
he's Nubs.
He's also Scooby-Doo.
I bet you this Nubs. I couldn't find. I tried to find.
Well, D. Bradley Baker's Nubs. There you go.
Yeah, D. Bradley Baker.
He's there too.
I got D. Bradley Baker's autograph for Nubs.
I also.
Do you know how long I waited in line for D. Bradley Baker? 2 minutes. I ain't waiting 5 minutes for D. Bradley Baker. 2 minutes I would wait, and I did. 2 minutes. There's one person in line in front of me. My gosh, 2 hours. No.
Okay.
Oh, I know what this answer is, but I can't believe it. 25 minutes though.
You know what? Over. I'll stay. Over.
Hey, Dom, you got this out. He's funny.
You can't ruin the game, Dom.
He's too fast. He wants that Cal autograph. What?
I want his autograph. I got the.
I had a half circle starting of the word over.
I just have 2 cards going back and forth.
Over.
Yeah, it's a short way.
This definitely was easy over, but whatever. Dom ruined it.
No, I'm sorry, but you know what? Okay,
the game, Dom. The game.
Wait, tell us why, Dom. Tell us why you're so.
Why?
Good.
No, I actually was gonna go wait in line when he was in Philadelphia Comic Con at Fan Expo and Washington, and I never did because I got busy doing other things. Yes, definitely. Yeah, I'm sorry. I said over quick because I actually do want to get his autograph. Come on, Jedi Survivor, man. Come on, Cal. Cal Guess is. Come on, he's good, man.
Dom will stay for. Yeah, all right. Who's next?
What are we getting signed? A pop? Is that what we're?
Yeah.
Pop.
He has one pop. That was it. One pop that came out.
Perfect.
Nope.
Next up, we just missed him. D. Badley Baker. Role of about every clone ever and a whole bunch of other voice roles that I didn't have time to list out. Also, Wayseeker's nub character, so keep in mind that Wayseeker's probably already writing down over on this.
I already have this one, but Dom already has this one.
I already have
him
for playing Boba Fett for the Force Unleashed, and I just got this.
Yeah, Dom's already got it. I'm going to go under. He's not staying in line because he has too much.
No, he's got another thing too.
He's already got it done.
I got my autographs, but you know what?
What about
actually under? I have them already. I don't want the
under.
Under.
Let's go.
I've never listened to who gets to sign anything anyway, so I'm kind of at a loss here.
No, I have his stuff already, man. That's the whole thing. I got his stuff. I don't need more.
Like I said, I got my nubs already signed.
All right, who's next?
This is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a good one. Freddie Pence Jr., also known as our favorite Kanan Jarrus. 1 hour. 1 hour time. When you stepped in that line, it's busy. 1 hour.
Okay, I want to be totally honest.
I gotta go get my card. I threw it away because I
want to be totally honest. I know a lot of people are not a big fan of Freddie Prinze Jr.
One guy above you in particular.
But I wanna give one insight. Didn't he say that he does not want to sign any Kanan stuff? That he actually made it specifically that he will not sign any Kanan stuff. But
probably, I have no idea.
But
he says a lot of dumb stuff.
I beg to differ. I would love to get his autograph because come on, man.
Can we put it up here?
Come on.
Well, I didn't get all the way. I didn't get all the way to it. I didn't get all the way to it. I didn't get all the way to it. It says "fuck off," but he is going to.
I am going to.
Wait. Fuck off, but he's going to.
When I was doing movies, there, Freddie Prinze Jr. was one of the movies I did. There you go, right there. So,
but what does that fucking matter?
Who cares?
I met him when we.
I'm gonna get that picture signed in his hand. That's what he's gonna get signed.
I could go.
You know what he said? He said grown men asking me to sign pictures is weird. So okay.
Yeah. So
I
would.
Yeah, I think we all think he's gonna do that.
My question.
He's gonna be like, "Hey, you remember me? When you were young, I met you." He's gonna be like, "No, dude, I don't remember you at all."
You know what? I got the Scooby-Doo movie. I would love to get it autographed. I'd love to get one of the movies.
Wasn't that other guy Scooby in the Scooby-Doo, or wasn't he Shaggy in the Scooby-Doo?
He's Fred. He was Fred in Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, but wasn't the other guy who played Voss? Wasn't he Shaggy?
No. Shaggy was the dude from Scream.
Matthew.
He's actually going to be at Comic-Con in freaking.
Oh, see, that screws me up because I thought that's who the guy was that was playing Vision, so I got that guy. I'm not good at this game because I don't even know who the fuck these guys are. I didn't get the fuck off. He's gonna do.
Cards again.
Hey.
Yep.
No, see, you have to write it down because you can just pick a card up and switch it, cheater.
I show you before
Galen Erso. Was also brother of the guy who plays Thrawn.
All right, before he leaves, does he like Doctor? Oh wait, he played Doctor Strange. Okay.
Yes.
He likes this guy.
He was Doctor Strange. He was Hannibal in Hannibal.
Saturday, Sunday. He's not going Sunday.
He was in the latest Indiana Jones movie.
You know,
I'm going. I already got mine
under.
up here.
45 minutes. 45
I got mine under.
Under.
He's going under.
I got nope, which is under. Thank you very much.
You know what? If it was his brother, yes, I would get the throne.
Right. I agree.
Yep. Good call.
Yeah.
I agree with that too.
Yeah.
Who's his brother?
His brother plays Thrawn.
Plays Thrawn.
Really? Okay.
Yep. Last but not least.
Oh shit!
I forgot to change the name. I'm sorry.
Oh shit! That don't matter.
And I don't know if she's actually gonna be signing autographs there, but I stole it because she was.
She always signs.
But she's there all days. Galen Urso is not her role. It's obviously Ahsoka as the voice.
2 hours. I think Dom has everything.
2 hours and 20 minutes.
Actually, there's something I gotta get signed.
Everybody wants an
Yeah,
autograph.
no. Over.
I'm going under.
Over with a bow and a
2
pickle.
hours and 20 minutes.
He's going to bow. He's going to do a curtsy and give her a pickle.
I would be very honest with you. I need to get I got a 2-pack that I want her signed, and friggin' I want friggin' Sam Whitmore to sign too. So I got a definitely here.
Over. Say over.
Come on.
Just say over. Just say over and I win.
Over.
Ah! That's how we do it, Wayseeker. That is how we do it, son. Over. Over with a bow and a pickle. There you go.
Go to your pickle party, Dom. Go to your pickle party.
Thank you, Dom. Dom, what a man. Yeah, cheers, Dom.
Actually, she's actually going to be in Rhode Island too. She's gonna be in Rhode Island as well too. So kind of
Use her husband's signature for free. He's always at all those cons.
Who's her husband?
Nobody knows who he is. Nobody knows who David Eckstein is.
Oh, she's married to David Eckstein?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's what she is.
Yeah, good for her. Good for him.
Hey, listen, she made.
She's making. Good for him. She's making that fucking bag.
She's making bucks. She's making a friggin'. She has a friggin' her universe, the universe line.
Yep.
And look,
I know who he is, guys. We just had a 30-minute baseball conversation. She sells out every single time. Her clothing line sells out every single time.
I actually want to get one of her autographed pops because it has the $7 a pop sticker. You can only get on the.
I don't give a shit about any of that. All I give a shit about is thank you for letting me win. Yes. All right. All right. Now let's get into some other comics. Last seg, we're gonna get into this market report, which we just completely. We're gonna get to comics. We completely destroyed this fucking thing.
I know.
20 minutes ago when we watched an auction, just rip ass through this fucking market report. So, way to go, Wayseeker. Hey, we gotta check out this book. It's coming in. It's gonna happen during the show. I think it's gonna go for 12, 15, 20. Okay, yeah.
Oh, it's like 150 to 200. I think Wookie.
Yeah. All quick side. That's what I'm getting over. That's what I'm getting over.
You know?
What happened?
What does she charge? Wookie Fanatic wants to know.
125.
Nothing happened. We're just asking you.
So yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do this. I picked 10 books. We'll go through them all, but we're gonna take them slowly. I'm not gonna do them every week. Next week we'll do NYCC and stuff like that. But we're gonna check these over.
That was a good game. Hey, hold on. Before we do that, JJ, great game.
Yes,
Dom, 90%. You were almost 100%.
We can do it again with artists and writers if you want. There's a whole bunch there.
Yeah. We could do it. We could guess if he got them. When he gets back next Sunday, let's guess if he got the artists or writers, or if he talked to them, or he got 6 from them. Yeah.
If you want to, whatever you guys want to do. We can do it.
Bet. Let's do that. That'll be fun.
Let's do it.
All right. Sorry. Let's get into Wayseeker. Sorry.
All right. So we're doing 10 this week. We're gonna track these. I have a question for you all. Is what's going to go up or down? We're going to a year from now in the 9.8s. We'll see what you have to say. But I'm going to track Raws. I'm going to track 9.8s and just kind of see what they're doing over the next a year or so, every quarter or so. Our first book. Oh, that picture's awful. I don't know what happened on it. Threat of Peace.
It's just as shitty as the last time you showed this book. I told you to swap that fucking book out because
I can't find this one anywhere. There's like no pictures of it. I looked. You said you were gonna send it to me, but you never did. Surprise. Threat of Peace.
Surprise! I have to do all the work for you, dude.
I do all the work. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
The only person who's worse at doing slides than me, we can tell.
Yeah, Deep Valley Baker right there.
Tom's the edge of that one.
Yeah.
There's 2.
Tom's never done a slide, so it doesn't matter.
There's 2 9.8 sales in like the last 2 years. Both of them happened in 23. October of 23 was a 284. That was a double signed copy. In April, there was a non-signed copy for 215. But Raw is really interesting. There's been 3 Raws that have sold this year. They all sold for over $200. Raws. The 9.8s is actually might be the place to buy this thing if it ever happens in 9.8 because people pay the same price it looks like for the Raws.
Dude, it's wild. Have you been noticing this? And I think we're going to see this trend. There's certain books. Star Wars is the weirdest place because there's certain books. There's certain like what's the one over there? It's not a graphic novel, but it's like just a bigger type book. There's a couple books where you see them, and if they're graded, they sell for less than regularly sell for less or equal to the raw value, which is not something you typically see in comics. That's kind of a wild thing.
Yeah. Because if I see this one for 200, I'm going to pick it up just because the Raws are selling for that much. So only 18 of these things.
That's the statement of the year.
That's harsh. 18 of these on Census too. So you're not going to see it very often.
That book, that book, the last time I saw that book, or kidding aside, it was like a $500 book. It was $500.
Yeah, that's pandemic prices.
Yeah.
I have a Raw in this one.
This is actually still pretty good. I mean, still being in the $250 range for Raws, and obviously that's kind of what the 9/8 are. But
this book always makes me wish they would make mini comic cases.
Fair.
Yeah,
it looks so weird in a full size.
Yeah, I know.
Fair.
They do.
Fair.
Yep.
That's fair.
So we got
they
that
make
one.
magazine. I don't understand. They make magazine size. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just shrink it.
Hear what
the
you
opposite.
say. Yeah, except for they would have to have, but they could if someone would see the one thing that are pandemic that they never did that they should have. There's those comics, and actually, like one of Bruce Timm's, right? Yeah, one of his first comic artist things are in like a He-Man, like those little comic
minis. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the minis. I don't think people know that. There's a lot of minis that had good artists in there. If those started getting graded, I think you'd have
a lot of ash cans came in that size too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the He-Man comics are smaller than the ash cans, but you're right. Maybe reduce the size of it. It's just then you got to buy a different size. Well, there's a lot of it to it. The production cost is probably too expensive. But by the way, DC having a sale right now. Make sure you guys look.
Marco's all-time favorite, Invasion Zero, the Diamond.
I mean, listen, I wish they'd bring these characters up. I think this is a great storyline. I think these characters are great. I think the Nameless is roughly based off of them, and it's not as good as this, but whatever.
I don't know if I agree with you, Nameless, but I think the Grisk are based off of them more than the Nameless, but whatever.
I think both are. You think the Nameless isn't? This thing has a power-eating amphibian.
It's a force power nullification or whatever.
Yeah,
for both
exactly what the Nameless does, and the person that's in charge of it doesn't have any force power. So just like Marshawn Rowe. So I would say I'm right again. Thank you very much for me being right again.
Anyway,
right.
There was 198 that I didn't include my average because I think it's going to throw everything off. That was a $500 sale, which for 98 last September a year ago, which crazy price compared to all the other three sales that happened in 23.
Yeah. Throw that outlier out of the way.
I threw it out for the reasons of just doesn't help for tracking. So the other sales were 200, 235, and 200. So I put the average of the three at 212. 490.
Dude, if it drops behind that, and then because then my price would probably be like 150. I might
like
grab
that book
more of these.
But the last roll was $40. So it looks like it might.
Yeah, hold on now. Here's the deal. This is the diamond, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Those Raws are fucked. They're fucked. So I'm not buying garbage Raws.
You're just buying 9.8 for 150.
Yeah, if it gets to 150, I'm buying 9/8, bro. All day.
35 of these on Census, so I'm surprised none have sold this year. But
I think there's a group of people.
I would love the Vong to come into fucking canon live.
We all would.
Well, I think there's a lot of. I think this is what happens. A lot of people are waiting to see what happens with Timothy. If he writes the book and the word Vong comes up, I'll be honest with you. I kind of think at this point, our bet is on Dave Filoni, because Dave Filoni might very well just throw the Vaughn in there just to piss off Timothy.
I know. I just wish he would be. I wish they would put him in the writers' room, man. That'd be fucking awesome, man. But it's just
this one. I think this one I would say has a good
no. So what happened? Okay, for those people that don't know, Diamond, the distributor, would go and at cons they'd have what's called the Diamond Summit, and it's just a shit fest. It's like a bunch of sweaty, fat, smelly comic store owners, but not even that. Most of the comic store owners don't even show up. It typically is just like the degenerates of degenerates. And then at one point, it'd start sending people like me, the stores would, to collect this stuff, because we would say, hey, if you do that, we'll get multiple copies, and you'll get a copy, and you could put in your store and sell it, and we'll sell ours online, and then people will think it's expensive because they did sell online. So we would go to the Diamond Summit and pick these fucking things off chairs, because the retailers that would go there just wanted to yell at Diamond. Yeah, that's nice, Dom. They didn't really give a shit about the books that were being put out there. And then once they found out there was big money, and people start taking it. But this era right here, where this one came out, these fuckers were left all over. I mean, like, people would roll them the fuck up. You know, they do this with the fucking book. Hey, you're sending us shitty books. They'd be like, wait, could we get a discount? My discount's not as good. Diamond used to have a tiered discount system. So people would always bitch about that. They do this. They just throw it on the ground. It'd be in the packet. They put it on the side, on the chair next to them.
But I tell you one thing.
At the table, they'd spill salad dressing on the motherfucker. Their donuts, cream cheese would be on them.
So you think this book will really shoot up if the word Vong is mentioned in the next?
Yes.
I don't know if that will ever happen, though.
If they link Vaughn to Thrawn, you will see a big spike in this book.
I would love. See, that's the thing. I would love the Vong to come in and, a different type of, instead of the empires like that. It's once in a while you want something different.
But, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, so this one to me, I'm a buy. 250, I'm a buy. I think long term that one. This one, I think I'm a sell. I don't think it's going to hold 212 for another year. I don't think it's coming in the next year.
Yeah, I don't think it's coming in the next year either.
No,
which would be nice.
It would be.
Oh, by the way, some diamonds did. They just hit you go to the tables and they give them away to you too. But yeah, just so you know, it changes up where you get those books. That book, if I recall correctly, though, was during a panel, so they would it was on seats.
We got Lost Tribe of the Sith Spiral. This is the Tate. This is the Celebration variant.
Yes, Brad J.
One sale this year. That's the only 9.8 that's sold in the last 3 years. 305. There were 2 9.6 sales. One was 150 and one was 250. So that 305 is about right, given where the 9.6 sales were. Last two raw sales are 190. I usually triple my raws for 9.8. So all those seem in line. I think this one's this is a good candidate to be a flat candidate for me. I don't think it's going down anymore.
I don't think it's going down or up, unless this is funny that Brian asked if this was a palette book. It's not a palette book, but what it is a box book. And I am guaranteeing you, because around this time, Tate's, how much further was it after this that Tate's went? Wasn't much longer.
Like 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, I know they probably, even though if they were giving it away, they didn't sell out of this fucker. They didn't give it all out at the Celebration, because people in Celebration at this time, you got to remember, it was until after Chicago. What was after Chicago? Anaheim? It wasn't until Anaheim where comics really got big at Celebrations. So I'm willing to bet. And so how these would work, how this used to work, is they'd come in with like 4 or 5 cardboard boxes full of this shit. And they'd try to like sell them, give them away, probably sell them. It's Tate. So they were selling them for like $3 a book, $5 a book, something like that. Just trying to get people interested in whatever. It's kind of like how Pepsi does a promotional deal on when you get they put in the cup or whatever the fuck, and they give you a big discount. So they're probably paying like, I don't know, maybe $1 a book on this, something like that effect. And they'd have the Celebration thing on it. So I would assume that and then what happens at the end is they've got cardboard boxes full of books. And sometimes if they don't give a shit, they'll leave a half cardboard box full of these suckers just laying on the floor, and people will scoop them up. So I would not be surprised if one day a half box or a box of these turn up. I would not be surprised at all, just because of the scenario of all the stuff that was going on during this time period in comics. You got to think we're losing Dark Horse as a publisher of Star Wars comics soon. After this, we're losing, Tate's as a business altogether. That type of shit. And then these things get put into trailers or storage units, and they get lost for a while. So, but till that happens, which could be after Dom dies.
Yeah.
I mean,
somebody will find a storage unit with.
Yeah. Storage unit got a half box somewhere. But even at that, if they're smart, they'll just dribble them off. They won't rock and roll with them. So.
Yeah. Most people aren't smart with that stuff though.
Well, there's lots of people. No, hold on. there are lots of smart people. You just never hear about them because they're smart enough to do it. You only hear about the fucking morons.
There's so many of them, though. I give you that much.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Force Unleashed. This is the ash can. That was only if you bought the game on the Star Wars shop. Like I said, there are very few of these things out there. There had never been a 9.8 sale that I know of in like 4 or 5 years.
yeah.
There's only been one raw sale in 3 years. That was $622 for a raw back in 2022.
That's wild, bro.
The cheapest available 9.8 is $9,250.
Jesus
Just
Christ.
on census.
I like that book too. I would love that book.
How much do you pay for it?
I wouldn't pay no fucking $9,000. I can tell you that. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm looking for a fucking deal on this. But you know what? You got to think about it. You buy this book, there's got to be a fucking pallet of these fucking things lying around someplace.
Nope.
Warehouse has to be a warehouse.
No.
Maybe Star Wars at Star Wars headquarters. Maybe.
No.
No, not at all.
No?
No. Well, fucking definitely not at Star Wars headquarters. I mean, if this, see, here's where that problem occurs, right? Unless somebody that was working there in the promotional field, and I'm willing to bet they probably just hand these out. But since it was supposed to be exclusive for a call out, what either would happen with this product is they would sneak it into other products. So people who gave little shit about Star Wars, when they ordered something from there, would get it thrown in with them so they could blow through the product. Or they would actually toss this product. This product would get tossed, just like they do with video games that don't get sold and other stuff. They put it in pops. They throw them into dumpsters.
I would love that book, though.
I mean, not dumpsters, like landfills. So, like, and the problem with this book is, like, if they did what I think they did, which they probably did, is every fucking order, eventually every order that fucking ordered anything from there, they're probably dumping these in here. And kids would be like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean?
You know what? But I would, that's the thing, to be a really good, have this book in your collection, is a statement.
Yeah. What was the last raw sale look like?
It was 2 years ago, so they don't have pictures of it anymore. eBay only keeps pictures up for like 6 months.
Yeah. I mean, this is a tough one. This is actually,
it was an auction. The 622 was an auction. I know that.
This probably is like when you talk about ghost books. I know Pete does that. This is it. Like,
this is as close. Yeah.
I would. Oh man, being a Star Killer fan, man, I love this book. But can't afford this book.
Yeah, I mean, this is not. You're not going to. The only hope you have with this is Dark Horse. Dark Horse did some funky shit. I don't want to say it. All right. Yeah, I mean, I just realistically don't think.
If I find a raw copy for about, say $400. If I see a raw copy for $400,
if it's decent shape, I'd buy it. Absolutely.
Is this actual comic size? This is the original.
No, it's a mini.
It's a mini. It's an extra.
It came in the game. It's the mini.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. What I'm thinking is,
I would love the game though.
Did it come in the game or it just came with it?
I thought it came in only in the Star Wars. I don't know.
What about there might be some video games in a warehouse that has this?
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, yeah. Once again, like that,
you never buy video games from. That's the hard part. You never bought a video game from the Star Wars shop. You never did.
Yeah, nobody ever did. Nobody ever did.
So it was only from the Star Wars shop itself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you know what? Yeah. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess I'm just trying to think about, because Dark Horse had weird printing options back then when they were doing this stuff. And I'm just trying to figure out, because they would have had to go into a specialty printer. And so, like, Dark Horse would license out to their specialty printers. That's why, like, the Ahsoka hardcover book that everybody was saying is POD, they actually licensed that to a, like, printing shop because they had to. That's how it works, to print it out, because it wasn't. So, like, that's why they print it with the Dark Horse logo on it and all. Like, it didn't fucking matter. So the only way you're gonna find these fucking things is not in old DVD. I mean, maybe, but like, you'd have to find out where the distribution center was, and maybe you could find some of the old the old games in one of their resale places or somewhere around there. But the other thing is find out where the printer was. If you can find out where the printer is, that printing house probably has some of these laying around someplace, maybe.
I'd say one, maybe. Man. Just I would love to find this. You go freaking digging in a box and find it.
You know, in a box. Yeah, good luck with that. I would love it.
You might. People would overlook us.
I think you have a better chance of finding a garage sale or something like that, to be honest.
Yeah, I think you do too, yeah. Especially if it was an insert. If this was an insert, you have a shot.
Yeah.
If this was an insert, you have a shot. If it was just an add-on, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
Like after you bought the book, like if it came with the game, like if it was an insert in the game.
Yeah, insert in the game. Yeah, yeah.
In the box, you buy it, you get it. It's like once you open it, it's inside the
manual. What was it? What did this come out on? What was this for? Which one was this for?
PlayStation 2, right?
Yeah. So if it's PlayStation 2, it would come in the insert. It would be a clamshell and come in the insert. So like, you have a shot. You got a shot if that's the case. If that's not the case, though, you're fucked. So.
Yeah, I see a book changes hands like in private sales. This book, that's the type of book this is.
No. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think the market's big enough. Not enough people know about it.
Yeah, I don't think enough people know about it.
This one's fascinating. There's not been one 9.8 sale on the Infinity's Dynamic Force variant for Infinity's New Hope in the last 3 years.
Here's the argument I have with it. The problem with DF and the gold foil is it has a printer. This book in particular, and the same thing with Jedi versus Sith, there has this flaking thing, and it's not damage done to the book. It's how they applied the gold leafing onto the characters, and CGC's jackass still will not recognize this. So I bet you this book is rejected for 9.8s a lot.
There's only 7 on 9.8s, and 3 of those are Sigma series.
And there's probably about, I mean, obviously,
that's 4
now. Diamond probably still got some of this shit sitting around in there.
They have so much of this in boxes.
The only DF I'm looking for is the twin engines of Destruction. But Boba Fett, it's autographed, and that's the only one I'm looking for. I can't.
This one, if you have a 9.8 candidate, you should try to submit it because
you should try to submit it because you're gonna get big money for this.
You have a good chance of getting $600
$600, yeah,
for it. Yep. Just given the reality, it's a ghost and a 9.8.
Yeah, those last 2 raw sales, I guarantee, were rejected 9.8s.
I'm sure.
Yeah. See, I love that there's ghost Star Wars books. There's books that are ghosts. I love that. You know, because the hunt is always on, man. People are always looking for that that ghost book, and I love that. You know. Yeah.
Again, this one's not hard. You can find this one in raw. It's not a ghost in raw, but a 9.8, it's a ghost.
Yeah, nice toughness.
Isn't there a silver? Isn't there a platinum? No. A platinum friggin' Star Wars because they had a platinum and gold at that time. They were doing platinum gold.
Not for this one.
Yeah, no.
So anyway, I was really surprised there's no 9.8s for that one. So,
I told you why. But
yeah,
okay.
This one we just saw. The last 2 sales. April was 2,200, and July of last year was 3,000.
Well, I'll tell you what, the guy in April is going to feel pretty,
but those raws were beat up. Those raws were not great raws.
The guy spent.
We'll see if it holds.
Idiot.
It all depends on the next sales. If you get another one that goes up and it sells for more.
No. It's FUBARD. This is FUBARD. You cannot put a book up for auction. Like every person that owns this book now wants to find that dude. So
yeah, and the guy's dead.
That guy's just trashed your value on this book.
Damn.
It's because he didn't label it right. Well, we'll see if it actually sells. It could be like, oh, sorry, the book got destroyed in transit. You know what I mean?
Right.
The guy might refuse. The guy can take it. The guy can cancel. I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you never know. But
we were being nice about it, but that's what we were saying.
Obviously, this one's going down no matter what. There's no 2,200 sale left in this book, in my opinion, after tonight.
Nope, not after tonight.
Nope.
So, wow. That was fun to see.
Mm-hmm.
There's one book that should be on the list, but I put it on here because, everybody's like, oh, yeah, put this one over to the Luke. I'm still bitter about that one. Whatever. These are 9.8 sales for this one. 94, 32, and 60 this year with a $62 average. I think the 94 is probably a little too high and the 32 is a little bit too low, but I think the 62 average is about right for a 9.8 of the C2E2 Boba Fett. Again, the problem with this one is there's a black and white of this cover for number 7 that came out later. And people like the black and white one better than they like the C2E2. But nobody listens to me ever, so whatever. It's 450
listen to you all the time.
Would just be such a bad sexual lover.
Dude, we always listen to you.
450 of these things on Census.
Bad sexual lover.
That's a ton of 9.8s for a C2E2 exclusive. How many of these things are there out there?
Yeah, Brian, I got it
on Census.
I got this book raw, a few issues, and also 9.8.
There's 450 on Jesus.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah,
probably 2,000 books out there
at least. They're all sales.
And listen, I don't look for value on this. I just have it for my collection. That's all I care
get
about.
That for you. But this book does not belong on our list of things to track. But we're tracking it because I got to be the man of the people.
You are never the man of the people.
What do you mean? I'm always the man of the people.
Never the man of the people.
Man of the people, man. Please.
Man of the people, my ass. Darth Negativity is more the man of the people than you, dude. Get out of here.
Raws though, 15 for a raw, 40 for a raw, and a 59 for a raw. So whatever.
All right.
This one still does really, really well. This is the Star Wars Adventure 7, the 1 in 10 variant versus Hondo. We've had 2 9.8 sales this year. 9.8 at 375, 9.8 at 450 in March. Raws.
Skeleton Crew, Hondo.
Raws, 255, 115, and 190. The 115 was a VF copy. It was like an 8590.
Do you think if Afra shows up in the theme park, because they said they're adding different, like, whatever, it doesn't have to be canonized anymore, all different people. If you think Afra shows up in the theme park, do you think Afra books start taking a little bit of a hike like this? Because to be honest with you, like Hondo, there's no, like, it's bucking the trend here.
You see, Afra does have a fan following because of her sexuality. That's one thing, but she's also a great freaking character.
Huh?
She's a lesbian character.
I'm not sure that anybody follows her because of her sexuality.
No, I'm just saying that she already has a fan following from that demographic. So that's one thing. But to put it out there mainstream, to make her, because they don't show her a lot. You go to cons.
Just because you munch on carpets doesn't mean you get to speak for a whole fucking population. That does.
No, but she's a evil Indiana Jones, which I actually like. I like that, the fact. And listen, little scissor action can go a long way, which I figured that.
What is wrong? Okay, fucking forget everything Dom said.
You asked the question. You did it. It's your fault.
I asked if she showed up in a park. I didn't ask him for like he's speaking for all the lesbians in the world. Like he's not like what the fuck was that?
No, but I'm just saying
1998 fucking love romance movie called. They want their fucking tropes back, bro. Like what are we talking about here?
There you go. I just made the Dr. Afra book shoot. There you go.
I think Hondo's popularity didn't come from him appearing in a theme park. I think
no. But he's around. Like I agree, JJ. But what I'm saying is like. I do think in the back of some people's heads, that's an easy sell. Well, he was in a cartoon. Well, they're going to, he's still at the theme park all the time. If you see a character around all the time, believe me, Afra shows up at a theme park.
Well, look,
what's the fuck is Dom saying within a second of that being reported? Somebody taking a snapshot.
Kind of cool
because IG's going to blow the fuck up, dude.
No, look, because if she's in the theme park, she's the cosplay for that theme park, and she's actually legit. So she's for that theme park, which makes it you get a book autographed. Like you autographed this Dr. Afra book with me because she is whatever the thing is, but it could have a significant bump. It could.
See, like you guys are thinking too much about people who have rational thought processes. We've already heard some of Dom's like inner thinkings before. That the shit ain't rational, bro. Like. You know what I mean? I'll bet on the irrational horse every once in a while because they'll win a fucking race. I can bet on that. So
I'm just surprised at how expensive this book still is.
Yeah,
it's a popular character. Hondo is a popular character.
I'll be honest with you, it is tough. This book fucking evaporated quickly.
And
I used to trip up I trip all over them.
You know why this book is a lot more money? Is still a lot of money? Because this book was beat to shit. Because Star Wars Adventures for kids.
That's not
a lot of kids. It was the rack that it was on. You get this book. The rack. I got a spinning rack in Midtown Comics.
I mean, there's 55 of these on the census. That's a decent number.
Yeah. That's a decent number. Here's what the deal about this. The truth of this book is. The truth of this book is kids didn't buy this fucking book because their parents aren't spending $10 on something that they can buy for $2. Okay. But some people thought this was the first appearance for a long time of who's on the cover? The Rebels. They got it wrong. So they were buying it off of that. It got stored away.
Is it the first appearance of Kanan with his mask on for being blind?
Exactly. Fucking thank you, Dom. Proving my point. I love you, Dom. Proving my point. Move along. Anything else you want to mention on this book, Wayseeker?
No, that's it. Between Afro and that, I can't compete.
Yeah, I mean that's game over, bro.
TIE Fighter number 1. This is the 1 in 25 variant. Only 198 in the last couple of years. At 140, there was a signature series one that I didn't include. But there are only 9 of these 98s on the census. Raws are floating right there about 65, right? 57, 65, 65 over the last 2 years. We've had 3 raw sales, and they're all right in that tight range. So that 98 seems right to me.
Mm-hmm.
This book, these covers are really cool covers, and you don't come off very often either, which is a good thing about these. And they should make more books like this, silhouette covers of characters.
So we just brought it up a minute ago, and it might actually happen. Like, what if Alphabet Squad does show up in this book coming up? Yeah, because we've seen that before with other comics. It doesn't even take the character; it just has to have the character actually. Because technically, she's never shown up in the actual guts, right, JJ?
She's in this book.
No, she's in the guts of this one.
Just
her.
Oh, right. Just her, not the rest of the Alphabet Squad.
Not the rest of the squad.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Squadron game. The game. Was she mentioned in the game?
Yeah, she's like the main person.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So she did have a mention. So she's main character. So that's a little bump right there. The game, it's not a lot, but
yeah, I think we have a good chance of seeing her in the comics coming up.
But that's what I'm saying. Like whenever you revive a character in the comics, lately, that just seems to be an overhauling trend. You know what I mean? So who knows? I mean, plus this book was fucking worth a penny, and then all of a sudden, I remember what happened. I have most of the covers. I don't have this one because I was waiting for the store to put them all on like discount because the store used to do like, especially with these minis, these Star Wars ones never sold, so they'd mark them down to like 75% off, so it'd be like $3 a book, and I would wait for it. For some reason, this book just never showed up. And they're like, oh, no, we have it someplace, blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, the other ones went down, start buying them. I was like, hey, man, could you just mail, because they had multiple locations, just mail one over here. By the time they're supposed to mail one over there, it was over. Gone.
I think finding a 9.8 cheap Wookiee is not realistic, just because there's only 9 of them. I mean, I think you can find raw.
Still some schmuck listening directly on eBay.
Yeah, right. That's about all. That's your hope. But even still, you'd know this cover. It'd be a hard.
I mean, you get this thing down to $100. I think like any 9.8 that's at about $100 for something like this style of book, $100 is cheap for 9.8. You know what I mean?
This book would suffer from a little bit of rub too, because all the white. But
yeah.
Getting it at 9.8 is.
This would be one where I think long term, a year from now, I would expect this book to, at worst, be flat, but I think a good chance to be up.
Yeah, Wookiee around $100 would be nice.
Yeah, so
you gotta be fast on the trigger though.
Last one for today. Solo Story 5, the 1 in 25, the Forbes variant. This is Marco just got 9.8 of this one, sitting there back there. Messing up the census there, but there's been 2 non-SIG sales in the last year. There's been 2 SIG sales as well with Kira's Amelia Clark. The non-SIG sales are 400 and 450. The SIG sales were 770 and 800. So
hey, GTK Comics.
Amelia Clark signature almost doubles the price on that one.
Really? Only one raw sale.
Yeah, only one raw in the last year ish or plus with 144. Like I said, there's 26 of these on census, but 8 of those are SIGs. So you're looking at maybe 16, but some of those might have been double graded where you had a 9.8 and then you had her sign it. So probably even less than 16.
Shit, man. You get that signed by all 3 of them? Nice book.
GT Key. Yep.
So anyway, what do you're holding yours, right? You're not looking to sell yours.
You know what? I just sold some books this weekend. I don't know, man. Maybe we'll see.
What would you sell it at? What would be the price?
I don't know, man. You know me. It depends. It really depends. Like this last weekend, I think I sold a book for $3,000. They could probably sell that book for about $3,600. It was cash though, so I'm not saying I did that, but if I did, that's what it was. So, I don't know. Were you saying about 4 for this? It depends. If it was to a fan, I'd probably give a discount. Like not a fan of me, but a fan of the book that I knew for sure would hold on to it. It changes the whole shit. It changes the whole scenario. I mean, I've been notorious for not giving deep discounts to people. Obviously, I would get the money back out of it. I don't think I spent shit for. I actually think I got this book for free. So like. Not too worried about that, but like, I don't know. If I were you, I would sell this for about $425. Me, yeah. If I don't like you, $500. If I like you, anywhere a couple hundred, 300, whatever.
So you're charging me $700. What you're telling me?
Yeah. For you?
Yeah.
Yeah, 700. For Dom, like 300.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And I'll give him credit.
And you have to friggin' massacre friggin' nubs, and he'll give it you for cheaper money.
Yeah. No. I don't know where the long-term value of this book is, though. That's the hard part.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is kind of it. I think it's one of those things that Star Wars collectors want, but like, and I don't know, like, I mean, it like you say Star Wars collectors, but you got to remember Star Wars collectors are very diverse too, just like the hobby in itself. But like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, I probably would. You're kind of right. I probably wouldn't sell this book because I'd just be like, yeah, what the fuck ever. Except for like if it was somebody who really was like, yo, dude.
Well, this book might, if they ever revisit Crimson Dawn, maybe it might get another bump.
I don't know if that's why this has got a bump. I don't know if that's why people like this book. So
I just like it. This is really one of it's just the cover, the artwork. Just certain books have those covers that really stand out.
I might have already sold it.
I mean, like I said, one raw in a year. That's nothing. So, I mean, good luck. That's the hard part.
It's a hard book to find. It's not a ghost, but it's a hard book to find.
It is hard to find. It's not
It's not a ghost. It's just hard to find.
Yeah. Anyway, those are the 10 that we're looking at today. We'll look at it in a couple of weeks. We'll get some more of them. But
yeah. Sweet. Good job, man. That's pretty fun. It's pretty fun seeing a live auction on one of them tanking on the middle of the internet, too.
We'll try to do that. I mean, we tried a while ago, but I'm the only one that keeps up with live auctions.
So I was just on Instagram, and there was somebody following that same book, too, talking about the book, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you just don't see it very often. It's fun finding when you see them finally come up for auction and somebody's stupid enough to mislabel it and charge it for whatever they started at $100 or whatever. Like an idiot. Both of those things. You don't start a book like that for cheap. That's not an auction book.
I wouldn't even auction that book.
Yeah, that's not an auction book.
Yeah.
That guy that guy's going, how can we get out of this?
Did a few things wrong. The very first thing was auctioning it.
I wonder too, though, since that thing went for 800, I wonder if that guy was bidding up on himself.
Maybe.
And he was the last one.
Why didn't you just bid all the way up?
No, because after you bid up, then nobody bid up after you. That's what I'm saying.
So he has it. He just sold
I think he just sold himself because he's
gonna probably hear the whispers and the people are gonna come after him. Like Marco said, there's people are gonna go after him because the book is cheap now. He's gonna probably cancel the order, saying, "Sorry, you cancel that." And some people do that,
Ari bought it himself, and you'll see it like a week and a half from now. It'll be one that will be $2,000, $9.8. New one. Yeah.
I mean, because that was weird that nobody, if 17 bids and then nobody.
I tell you what, if somebody would have bid on it, you would have seen it. So he would have probably bid on it too to bring it up more. And then you go on. If somebody would have bid on it, I should have just tested it to bid on it.
You should have. Yeah. What happens if you win it?
Don't worry,
I'd float him some money. Yeah, I'd float him some money for that. For $800. Okay. He's gonna bet $5 more on that. 805. Yeah, fuck yeah. I'd float him to 805.
Yeah. Anyway,
it sucks, man. But at the end of the day, whoever got it and they get it, hey, they got lucky on that, man.
Yep. Next week, we will hopefully have the entire lineup for what's coming out for Star Wars comics to talk about.
Yeah.
So
we'll have from on site there. Yeah.
Some pictures, and maybe some video from New York City Comic Con.
Absolutely, we appreciate that. That'd be awesome, Don.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll try to do what I can to get some good shots and stuff like that. And like I said, I'm gonna go to the panel, try to get to the panel, try to get some of the exclusives that are coming out, and I'll let you know.
Hey, by the way, make sure know that as a trick. Like, wait till after the panel completely clears, and don't feel bad about it. Smuggle a couple books to your brother, and then like just walk around, and if they leave the stuff there, go pick it up. People leave the books all the time. Or
sometimes they put them on seats or something, and
nobody
sits. So.
Yeah.
I'll see. Like I'll do a
get it before some scumbag flipper gets to it. So
I gotta find out when's the panel. The panel is on what, Saturday or Friday?
There's one on Friday, one on Saturday. I looked at them last week. We looked at them, but I don't.
Which one should I go to? Which one?
The one on Friday, because that's the one where they're probably going to be handing the book away.
Okay. All right.
The Saturday panel.
Yeah, like I said, I got a couple of things. I'm actually, like I said, I'm going to be going to the Skybound panel. Like they have a private event.
Yeah.
And Kirkman's going to be there, and I'm excited about the G.I. Joe and Transformer. There's actually a Transformer comic that's it's like 4 different covers, and it connects, and it's only going to be at New York City Comic Con. I'm hopefully I can pick up that.
Saturday is the Dark Horse and Lucasfilm.
Skybound never sells only anything at New York.
So that one is at 1:45, 2:45 Saturday for that one.
Saturday?
Friday is the book one. So Saturday is the one. There's also a Hasbro panel.
Yeah, I'm going to the Hasbro. I have there's a breakfast with Hasbro. They're going to have like coffee and drinks and stuff like that, and also show their stuff. We got invited to that panel, so I'm actually going there.
Yep. Nice. Yep. Just
I don't know about
don't steal any prototypes. Is all.
Wookie, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Wookie.
What do you say?
16 hours in line for autographs.
Let me tell you, no, all kidding aside, when I went to Chicago and I got Tamir Morrison's autograph, I drove for 14 hours, went right to the con, 3 hours online waiting to get his autograph. So I was exhausted. 14 hours driving.
This is why I don't understand why people give me a hard time. They say I disappear. I'm always doing stuff. You people are standing in line. Dude, Bruce in Baltimore stood in line. I came back 4 hours later. It's like, you still standing here? He's like, yeah. I go, you haven't even moved yet.
CNC, right? CGC.
Yeah, Garrett. God was behind him. I'm like, Garrett, what in God's name are you doing? Like, this is ridiculous. You guys look like a bunch of bums. No.
Nah, man, I couldn't say that line. That line was huge, man. That was long, that line. That took forever, too, that line.
Nuts. All right. Yeah, you all are nuts. Well, thank you, everybody, for sticking by. I guess the thing is, we'll find out the total answer. Is CGC or is New York Comic Con worth it? I'll tell you this: the exclusives definitely weren't. They're shit. Nope. So we'll come back with the over and under betting the line. Is it worth it? And see
what did Dom pick up? Did Dom pick up any exclusives?
Well, not even that. No. We're gonna do the one with Sigs. What artist you went and saw?
Yeah.
We're gonna do it. That's gonna be the next one, right, JJ? Next week.
Yeah.
So
we'll do that.
All right. Yeah, I don't do lines either, man. All right, guys. Well, thank you everybody for sticking by. We promise we're going to be cutting these shows down. We're kind of trying. Maybe not talk about baseball so much next time. Huh? I don't know. All right, guys. We'll see you.
Go Guardians.
Yeah, go right in the trash bin where they belong.